Hello and welcome back to the Geek Fortress stream. My name's TJ.
I'm Eric.
And we're back!
We made it!
We did it!
We survived.
It was such a good time. It was hot,
a lot of fun. It was very hot.
Someone was casting red spells and there was a near Armageddon.
That's not untrue. It was very hot while we were down there.
It was spicy. And not in the fun way.
No. It was like dash from the hotel to the car and then car to the venue.
Lyft definitely did get some dollary dues from us this week.
It did. It's like, that's a quarter mile away. No, we're not walking.
No. We tried that once on the last day.
We did, and it was
lovely. Great.
Only 110 walking down the
117
sun-baked road.
actually.
It was toasty.
Yeah, it was neat. There were extreme. We bought a 24-pack of water, and
Yay!
We bought a 24-pack of water. We went through in like 3 days.
Yeah, we were just chugging water.
It's bad. Thank you so much for subbing. You built Crixus Delver after watching so many awesome decks.
Jeskai Delver. Better.
That's great. He likes Jeskai and he likes Delver, right?
I do.
All right.
I wish it was better positioned, but it's a fun deck.
Absolutely. I do think, is there a match? I think round one just got posted. Let's see what we've got up on this.
I'll be back.
Let's find out what we can do. You built Mono Green Merfolk. Now that seems sweet, but most people just call it elves. But if you're really resolute on calling it Merfolk, then that's reasonable. I think that's just fine. But what's up, Peach? Peach, how you doing? I saw that you were streaming today, but I actually couldn't see you streaming because my Wi-Fi was terrible. But I'm so pleased to be back. I missed this. It was a week away. And we're back at it. We're back in the saddle. And it's just going to be a blast to redo. So we're going to kick it off with 4 rounds of Modern. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do some cool stuff. We overall had a good time. And we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Bridge Bomb, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. You are the best. This last week killed our sub count, but that's okay. We'll rebuild it. And if not, that's what it is. Thank you. Seen any neat hour? Oh, yes. Oh, and I've got a fun announcement. I have got a fun announcement. Yes. And I'm excited about it. But yes, I did see some sweet hour spoilers while I was there. I checked out some of the panels. Oh.
Have I got a matchup?
Tell me more about it.
Facing the wall
Yes.
is Donovan.
Oh, actually, I love this deck. I've been wanting to see this in the store for a bit.
On the wall, Coleman.
Decent guy.
He's alright.
Might as well do it.
Do you know what Coleman is on?
Knowing Coleman? Not a clue. Oh, wait, no, he's on Blue-Black Taken turns, isn't he?
No.
Okay.
We'll tell the story how it's got its name later, but...
Dorotheus! Thank you so much for the sub. It's a pleasure having you. And this is going to be an interesting matchup, I think.
It'll be something.
That's the card, right? Nailed it.
Yep.
God, I'm good. This is going to be a sweet matchup. Hold on to your hats, and if you aren't wearing one...
Hold on to your heads. You're about to be blown off.
Don't pick one up anytime soon. Might get blown away.
It's just
by
not
this
worth it
matchup.
right now.
We'll see you there. That's right. Did not take long. Blue Steel is
Boom.
hitting the shop,
I
which,
like it.
of course, we all knew that Coleman was going to put this one together. We were actually, what do we think of L6 Blue Steel list?
I
Frankly,
approve of it.
This guy named it.
I did.
We were hanging out with Zach, and we came up. We were all having Italian food, and
We were sitting around a table drinking bottomless wine,
it was great.
debating names for the deck. And it's like, Architect aggro. Well, that's kind of boring. And then it hit me.
Blueprints was a good one.
Blueprints, we thought, because it's, engineering, that kind of thing. And like, nope.
Yep.
Blue steel.
Icy Sounds, that's sweet. But yeah, we're pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited about that.
Excited.
I'm excited to see Coleman run it. He was picking up the piece. Like, the next day,
Oh,
we
he
got
was
there and he
at the
started hitting the
vendor picking up the
vendors.
pieces.
I got to do a little bit of play testing against it. Well, deck is sweet.
Mhm.
It was awesome. And actually, our good buddy, other Zach, got to beat it.
He did.
In the GP, which of course got him a Pro Tour qualification. Overall, it was a good GP.
Pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so we have got an island for Coleman dropped into a Sacred Foundry from Donovan going for attack for 2. This is not Red-White Prison.
No.
This
looks like
Donovan is bringing back Red-White Pyrrhenia.
I approve of this.
Yeah, this is different.
Yeah, there's a Blood Moon. Pretty sure that Coleman doesn't care.
Nope, the deck only runs, I think, 6 colorless sources in 1 Oboro, 4 Blinkmoth, and the 1 Cavern.
Yep.
Journey to Nowhere takes down the Chief Engineer. This is not round 4? You're right.
He is just out of practice. It's fine. We got this.
I thought I changed that before, but
Architect hits the battlefield.
Alright, so the Grand Architect is on the battlefield. This one has got a lot of abilities, so let's go ahead and bring that one up. But the Chief Engineer gives all artifacts Convoke, notably. That's a cool ability, but that one's off the field. The Grand Architect usually gets red. Other blue creatures you control get +1/+1. Blue to give target creature, or makes target creature blue until end of turn.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tap an untapped blue creature to add 2 to your mana pool, which can only be used to activate spells, or activate artifacts, or cast
artifact spells.
Exactly. Coleman untaps at 3. The removal is getting in pretty good. For Donovan, I'm surprised this Swiss Spirit hasn't become the new Soul Scar Blade, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we have got a Massive Ethereum and a Chief Engineer convoking.
Chief Engineer convoking out the Master of Ethereum. Pretty sweet.
It's pretty solid. Not a whole lot of plus. This is actually just a 1/1 Master of Ethereum. But Donovan's got to run
I mean,
out
he
of
can
removal
activate
eventually.
the... No, he can't. Yeah, it's a 1/1. If you're going to kill it, this is the turn with Coleman tapped out. If he untaps, it's probably
Depending on...
an issue.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If Coleman gets any kind of velocity, this deck powers out a lot of permanents. Okay,
Let's
so...
see. What's he got? Mystery card. Is that 2 Pyroclasms?
I think... No, those are, I think, the
Pyrrhenias?
Pyrrhenias.
I don't think they're that good right now on this board, right?
I mean, he needs 4 mana, and he needs to be able to activate it.
Yeah.
And he does not currently. Oh, no, that is a Pyroclasm.
Okay,
Good
I'm not
call.
crazy.
No, that is going to
It's
kill
the,
the Master of Ethereum. Leaves the Chief Engineer alive, and Coleman, down to 13, untaps. Has got 5 mana in the wings. Draws... ooh. Chief Engineer, check this out. That is a Ethereum Sculptor.
It is.
Artifact 1/2 artifact creatures you control cost 1 less to cast. It has currently got an Anthem, so it's also a 2/3 currently. Hidden for 5, and suddenly...
And this is where the deck can just start powering out a bunch of creatures. Like, if he draws another creature next turn, he can just drop 2 and then just start swinging for a bunch.
A little bit surprised that we didn't see a Mausoleum Wanderer or a Judge's Familiar so far, because I do love that card in
He
this.
does have Judge Familiar, because that was... I picked... He's like... I'm like, what are you playing? He's like, take a look. I picked it up. Island. I'm like, okay. Island. Alright. Judge Familiar. Got it.
We're in. He draws the... Ooh, now this hand is actually running out a little bit on its velocity. That is new. That's some Coleman tech.
That's interesting.
You know what's funny is that I should have known. I should have
Of all the
absolutely
people who
known.
would...
When
Yeah.
we were talking, he was like, I wish he was running the card that drew cards whenever he was talking about that other card, the military tactics. right?
Gotcha.
And I should have known he was going to put in a Bident. 100%.
Everyone loves a good coastal piracy.
But it's actually going to work out pretty decently because we were just talking about how he was running low on
Down,
cards.
and then he...
Redrawing into them, really solid all around.
Yeah.
Looks like Donovan might be going for the Blood Moon finally.
Against all these islands, I would doubt it. This is not a good place to
It
be.
shuts down the Blinkmoth next eye though. And
That's
right
fine.
now those are the things that can get in and draw Coleman lots of cards. So that's my mentality on why he would go for that one.
Okay.
It does give him 2 prowess triggers, but it leaves him open if an Anthem drops. Suddenly Coleman's in a position to race. Also, if he starts dropping down a
No,
throne-
Coleman just plays incredibly fast no matter what he's playing.
Yeah, that's just what he do. Alright, we're going to swing with a little bit of that lifelink. Coleman's going to fall down to 10.
So he's going to be able to draw some cards here because Donovan only has one creature at the moment.
Oh, was that a Master of Ethereum?
Yeah. Seems decent. Seems decent.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I love it.
I think you just go. Like, go by attack with everything.
Possibly. Maybe that wasn't... If that was a Master of Ethereum, it would have come down immediately. Maybe it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly it was... Maybe another Ethereum Sculptor?
Maybe, but I would probably play that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Is this Comms there standard?
It is.
It's not too far off. Now remember, we do have the Anthem for other blue creatures.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to convoke out a Hangerback Walker on 4.
Oof.
Able to sweep the board. We might just
No,
go
that's a... not Hangerback Walker.
I'm sorry, Walking
Ballista.
Ballista. Yeah,
That
that's
one.
my bad. My bad. So, because it is cheaper, he was only able to pay 5.
Mm-hmm.
And...
There you go. He's going to get in with one creature.
Alright, now he does have the ability to pay blue and turn this into a 3/3. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Murph! Murph, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for the sub. You are the best of the best around. It's a pleasure having you here. Anybody who hasn't yet, check out Murph's stream, member of the Rogues Gallery, and a general rockstar. I believe he plays the keyboard?
Or Kitar.
I think it was the guitar, actually.
There you go.
I messed up on that one. Throwing around some of those sweet new bolts that we have.
I like it.
Oh, yeah. We also did draw a decent, well, at least a card off of this.
Mm-hmm.
Getting in that damage, Donovan does untap. Pick a plop! Thank you so much for the sub. You are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to have a little bit of caffeine because I slept about 3 hours.
He did. Our plane got in at like 1 a.m.
Ah.
And then after getting, driving home from the airport, it's the late night for all of us.
Oh, yeah. Then I got it for work.
Is that the Pyrohemia? That is the Pyrohemia.
Yes, it is.
Alright, so Donovan drops Pyrohemia. You want to pull that up? 'Cause
Absolutely.
no one knows what that does except Donovan.
It is pay a red to deal 1 damage to each creature and each player.
Yes.
However, if there are no creatures on the battlefield, you sacrifice it at the beginning of the end step.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to gain a little bit of life here on that swing. Coleman falls down to 7, but look at the number of creatures that he has. Look at the lack of blockers that Donovan has.
Yeah, he's about to get crazy with card drawing here.
He does the
Because-
judges familiar.
Yes. Hey, you know what that does right now? It draws a card.
Oh yeah, it does.
And then if Donovan has to tap out for something, he can just boop, counter.
Some fettuccine Alfredo. I actually had a burrito just before stream.
He did.
It was delicious.
And we had a very large bowl of fettuccine Alfredo while we were down there.
I'm not quite. Okay, so I think we're convoking out that. So now all of our artifacts. Oh no, I think that was just
That's
our attack.
attacks.
We decided
Yep.
not to swing with one of these. That's a Hangerback Walker
That is.
that he can convoke
For lots.
and block pretty not badly with.
Judge is familiar. I mean, they're even mana-wise for Hangerback Walker, and they provide
convoke.
counters. Yeah, so they're worth doing right now.
Oh yeah, and that absolutely they can take down something like a. I guess not quite a Pyroclasm at this point, but if Donovan's running anything else along those
I
lines,
mean, they'll
he
make
might
him
be able to
tap
take
out
it down.
for it if you want to do that.
Oh yeah.
Which, at that point, it's like, huh.
Maybe a little bit less good against a giant Walking Ballista. And remember, no matter how big it is, whatever this 1 blue mana that he has up
Mm-hmm.
represents quite a bit.
Because he can turn anything blue.
Exactly. And actually, I think he was plus mana on that. Because he was able to tap these Judge Familiars with the Grand Architect. Oh no, he doesn't have one. Yeah, he does. So he did have the Grand Architect. Well, remember,
No, that's 6. That's
all
3.
blue creatures get +1/+1. So if
it's
he
a-
activates it twice, he does kill them both. But he also just killed his own 2/2.
Yeah.
And in doing so, he didn't sweep anything else off the board. I guess actually the Grand Architect, but all things considered, Coleman's still looking pretty good at that.
Oh, yeah.
Which would also kill him. Maybe you do activate it twice, actually, because it does also take down the Ethereum Sculptor. Turns the Walking Ballista, then deals 2 damage. I don't know. I'm not
Or
sure
do you
if I'm
make
going
Walking Ballista bigger?
Oh yeah, he'd be able to tap the blue creatures for it. You're right. So he would be able to activate that. So he can activate the Walking Ballista at the end step for actually another counter by tapping both the Chief Engineer and the Ethereum Sculptor
Mm-hmm.
to turn it, and then as well as these two
Becomes
Blink next side.
Pyroclasm.
Is Chat appearing double for anyone else? Not for us.
Nope.
We're going to sack one here. We're going to pay the one. Donovan now
Sack
needs to
again.
decide, is it worth it?
And this is where it's like, this is where playing the Judge's Familiar and it being mana neutral for the last.
Actually, man,
For
it's
the-
positive. They each netted him 1 life off of that Chief Engineer.
Yeah. So that's why Judge's Familiar is in this deck.
And it gets countered. Donovan has to be holding on to a Lightning Bolt or a Path.
Yeah.
There's no way you don't pay for that unless you got a 1 mana spell in
I
the
mean,
ranks.
he can't path. He doesn't have white available.
And the Pyrohemia doesn't actually do anything on this board.
No. Oof.
Interesting.
It is a color shifted pestilence. You're correct.
Yep. Donovan started off so aggressively right now.
But this deck just bounces back so quick.
Really, this Biden of Thassa is actually turning out pretty interesting.
Do you think Delver could put into help combat? Delver right now, if you're gonna play, I'll answer that between rounds. That's an interesting topic because I have many thoughts.
3 ceremonial rejections in the sideboard. So we're gonna bring this with counters up to.
Take them all up. There you go.
Yeah. Turned another creature blue. Turned them all sideways. Used it. To,
It was about to get crazy.
this is sweet. I actually do think
see.
that I'm pretty sure that Monastery Swiftspear should be a Soulscar Mage because I think the whole deck improves massively with it. But I just don't think that Donovan's actually made that swap yet, or he's running both.
Maybe.
But I think it's a pretty clean swap out to turn that Swiftspear into a Soulscar Mage because the haste doesn't matter. It's because it's a 1 mana creature, it fits on curve, and it survives Pyroclasm. That is a massive swing. Remember the Anthem.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
And he could pay 2 blue to turn that into an additional...
So 15. This is lethal. If Donovan doesn't block.
Yes. Like this is a mighty hit. So we are going to throw the block in front of this.
Make the Hangerback Walker bigger. This is a hit for 4.
4, 5, 6,
5,
7, 8.
7, 8, 9.
I think it's... Oh, right. No, I think it's just...
No, it's 8.
Okay.
Numbers are hard.
Numbers are hard. That's okay. What's up, Bryce?
Yes.
How's
Blue
laundry
Steel.
going?
Is he using his own emote?
Yep.
Oh, classic Bryce.
I mean, I've used Flail.
That's fine.
Yeah. Alright, so we've got Mausoleum Wanderer, Judge's Familiar, and some
Play it.
Smuggler's Copters. And those Smuggler's Copters look pretty good on this empty board.
They do.
Because they survive if Donovan tries to max out on this,
Pyrohemia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Ugh,
even
this
certain.
is bad.
I might almost hold some of these in my hand just that if
He
he
doesn't.
does sweep it, you could power out through it, but it looks like he's
Yeah.
actually going to
I
hold
mean,
back
I
on
would probably
Copters.
hold the Smuggler's Copters unless you need them for anything to hold information for game 2.
True, and
Because
actually,
he doesn't know they exist at this moment.
also remember, if Donovan activates that 3 times, he's dead to this Walking Ballista. And actually,
Yeah. I mean, he can activate it 3 times. The Hangerback Walker turns into 3/1/1s.
if he activates it once, he's dead to the Walking Ballista.
Yep. Because for...
He just taps the 2 birds to produce 4 mana, activate it, and taps his 4 lands to activate it. So Coleman had 6 damage just in that Walking Ballista.
Yep.
Dang!
Blue Steel.
Blue Steel!
The
Alright.
same look.
Did you read his primer that came out today?
No. Should I?
It was incredible. Incredible. At one point he
it's
says,
accurate?
but why Grand Architect? And then he just, are you serious? I just told you. Awkward Ninjas, thank you so much for the sub. At one point he's like the sideboard guide. Magic players do what they're told to. No, we don't. Yes, you do. Okay.
I'll have to read that.
It is the best primer I've read since Hella Kevin put out the Goblins primer, which was
Ooh.
like 2 years ago.
All right.
It,
Fine, I'll
it
read
was incredible. Oh man!
All right.
So Blue Steel takes game 1 up against Red White Pyrohemia. We are mixing it up today.
What do you think Coleman brings in? I didn't play against this deck. You did. I do have a deck list on me though. I can just pull up the sideboard that Zach had.
For Coleman,
Yeah.
he's got a pretty cool trinket mage board.
But do you need anything against this?
Oh yeah, the name of the primer is the Derek Zoolander deck for kids who can't play Magic good.
Yes.
It's like, oh, he's like, the synergies need to be at least 3 times stronger than Shadow. It's such a good primer. It's so good. Oh, yeah. Blue Steel.
Name. Good name.
Yeah, actually, that is the name of his primer.
You probably bring in Basilisk Collar just for the
Basilisk Collar seems
lifelink.
fine. Honestly, there's not a whole lot. Like Thorn of Amethyst, I'd probably bring in since it runs almost no creature spell.
Yeah. Would you bring in Unified Will just for the counter spell?
Yeah, for the gotcha, I probably would.
If you're bringing in,
He does have Pithy Needle, right? He's got Pithy Needle on the board.
If you're bringing in those two, you got to bring in Trinket Mages or no?
Yep. Or it's the Zach Elsick deck guide for kids who can't Magic good and want to learn to do other stuff good too. It's such a good primer. It is definitely in contention and probably winning my favorite primer ever written.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really excellent.
I'll have to go read that.
You did call it that in Todd's chat? No, actually, you got it from him. Fun fact.
I was there.
We named it.
Sitting around that table.
It was a good time.
It was.
It's our little claim to fame. Oh, and I have my announcement later. I'm very excited.
Yes, important
I've said it
announcement
before,
coming later.
but I'm
you might know
super
what it is.
excited.
All right, so let's see. Donovan on the play is probably going to want to try to come out faster.
Probably. Because he can't really be that aggressive.
No,
I think
he needs to play the control.
It's going to be a lot of smash to smithereens. I love the fact that Donovan main decks a core Firewalker. Because he can cast it, it survives his own Pyrohemias, and he gains life.
Yes, Bryce, you know what it is. Congratulations.
Yes, it is mostly lost. Yes, it is. And I am so excited.
Alright, so he's got Temple, then Plains. I'm feeling Spirit Guide Blood Moon. Gotcha, mono blue deck.
So, 2 lands out, core Firewalker hitting the board.
There it is.
You know, if Coleman was playing Burn right now, he'd be upset. But we've got a Smuggler's Copter joining the field. Pretty good card. I believe this one is Japanese. Because that's what he could find. They were the last 4 in, at the vendor.
Was it at Hyria?
Yep. Fun fact, by the way, Stony Silence almost always comes in against this deck. Only hits
Doesn't do a
6
lot.
cards in the entire deck. Hits the Smuggler's Copters, and it hits,
What's he grabbing? A Trinket Mage.
probably a Pithing Needle?
Naming Pyrohemia.
Oh no,
Ooh.
he's just gonna go for a value Hangerback Walker.
Hangerback.
But it only hits 6 cards in the whole deck.
Yeah, it hits the Smuggler's Copters.
The Hangerback.
Yeah.
And the
The Ballista can't.
and the
uptick.
Ballista. That's it.
There you go.
Done. We have named them all. I'm a little bit curious as to why I got the Hangerback Walker when there's a Stony Silence out. He must have a... Either his plan is to just make a massive one and hope for the
He
best.
has the Pithy Needle in hand. That's why.
Pithing Needle. Oh, I mean, that might be it, yeah. Magma Jet there to take it down. He's going to gain a life, go back up to 20 on this.
Alright.
After cracking that.
Yeah,
win
Donovan
sub
has to play the control tempo game here.
probably, because he can't outrace this deck if it's just left to its own devices.
Yeah.
What's up, Ixidor's Dreams? That's a great name. Throne of the God Pharaoh. Oh, this is some new tech. I don't think this is in our
sweet.
system. It isn't. Alright, I'll let Doro take care of it, but Throne of the God Pharaoh, at the beginning of each end step, target player loses life for each tapped creature you control.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, it is life lost, which means that Worship doesn't beat this deck.
Mm-hmm. Which is pretty sweet, because
That
people
is-
bring that in against an aggro deck.
Yeah, Throne of the God Pharaoh looks pretty good in this deck. Oh, you are welcome. You You are so welcome.
Donovan just passes, which is a little concerning if you're Coleman. Like, what has he got that he's either sitting on lands or he's sitting on, you know, all the removal?
He could be running low. He doesn't have a whole lot of options with this deck. Probably just removal. Like,
swing 2, deal 2, end of turn, Throne of the Godpharaoh trigger.
Yeah, which is just such a cool little extra thing. Alright.
I think he just realized Hangerback Walker isn't going to do a lot on this board.
Maybe? I don't think he's that disappointed. I think it's just become something to where, like, as this game goes forward, eventually he can just drop it down for a pretty good amount. But until then, I would drop another Throne of the Godpharaoh. And just dome him. Because then you're swinging for 6 this turn.
Yeah.
That's not too shabby on turn 4.
Oh, yeah.
With the current board.
Mm-hmm. And Throne is a lot that...
We're also going to activate this
use it to activate
and
itself.
pass the turn.
Deal 3.
Alright, it's up to you to do something about it. We are down to 14.
Zach did say Throne of the Godpharaoh won him a lot of games.
Yeah, I think he's actually going to be up in the number on it. Nope, does not do much in the pickle pop. So it doesn't actually do a ton in this matchup. It's 3 cards, which I think there's 6 copies of in the deck. Total.
Yeah.
I believe. There is no Pilapala in the deck. It doesn't really do much in the deck.
Should I find out what he named?
Coleman, what did you name?
He named Vidalcan.
That makes sense. All the creatures in the deck are Vidalcan.
Or birds.
Or birds.
Or constructs.
Or spirits. I guess
Or
there's
humans.
options.
Artificer.
Okay, maybe there's more options than I thought. But there's 4 different Vidalcan, I think.
Yes.
Peace Ways! Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Next time I'm in a pottery shop, I hope to see you there.
Only if that song's playing. Then if you're making a pot, you just feel Swayze.
Thank you so much for hitting that sub. Oh, goodness gracious. So we have got a Hangerback Walker on 2. And we are going to use...
Going to where?
Where? To take down that Throne of the Godpharaoh. Looks like he did not enjoy getting hit by that.
No. Joke's on him. There's another one in Coleman's hand.
I love jokes.
I love jokes.
Oh, goodness.
Alright. Donovan fetches.
Fort Swayze. That would be a good emote. It's a spirit in the rules of the game, Doro. Lingering Souls are just my Fort Swayzes.
Wow.
I don't know.
Jump the shark there. Alright.
Good reference. What is Blue Steel? It is an artifact-based aggro deck that uses Grand Architect as well as Chief Engineer to power out a massive amount of creatures really quickly. Gets anthems off of that and the Master of Ethereum to just start bashing in with tons and tons of synergy. Okay, so 6 mana up for Donovan. He does have a Stony Sense out, which is keeping this Hangerback Walker from activating.
Journey to Nowhere on Hangerback Walker.
Alright, well that card is now officially answered. No matter what Coleman does, even if his mono blue deck could answer enchantments, it's not going to.
Always bounce an enchantment in a mono blue deck.
So we're going to go down to 10 for Coleman, who untaps. And I think we're looking at 1 Throne of the Godpharaoh, and I think we might have just seen a Chief Engineer.
Yeah.
The nice part about this is that he can, in theory, remember that Donovan does still have a Lightning Helix, but he could drop that down. He could get down this Throne of the Godpharaoh and still be able to activate both of these Blink Moth Nexi to start getting in a little bit of extra damage, because while Donovan does have the Helix, he doesn't actually have a particularly fast clock happening for him. Like a mono blue combo affinity, almost, yeah. It's a little bit. It's like a mono blue. It's like if you were to mix affinity with Death and Taxes.
Yeah.
Because it's also running main deck Lodestone Golem.
Yeah.
So and then you've got the Birds of Paradise and the Mausoleum Wanderers. Mausoleum Wanderers, by the way, it does check its power. It's not just unless they pay one more for each spirit.
1 equal to it's X. They have to pay X, where X is.
And when you have got a Grand Architect out, you sacrifice it. They have to pay 2.
and then you're like, get some.
Fun facts.
Yeah. Yeah, main deck Lodestone Golem is pretty sweet.
Yes, it is. It's how I lost with Burn. The other 2 games I got him. But that Lodestone Golem hits the battlefield and it gets rough pretty quick.
What if someone resolved 5 Lightning Helixes against you, TJ?
Also rough. Throne of the God Pharaoh coming down.
Alright, so he can have 3 tap creatures for the end of turn here. Attack with the bird, activate, and blink bonus with themselves.
Sun Dodger! Hello, thank you so much for hitting that sub! Welcome back. Well, welcome back to you. I missed this. I haven't done this for a week, and it was rough. Actually, hold on.
It was a week.
It was a week. It was a week. Actually, it was...
No, it's more than a week.
It was more than a week. I
Because we
haven't done
left
this
on
since the
Wednesday.
Friday before last. It was a week and a half with no stream.
A week ago at this time, we were playing blackjack.
Were we?
Yeah.
Cool. God, that week blurred together for me.
It did.
So,
It's all up.
we've got a sweet walking ballista for 1. Oh goodness, it was a whole more than a week. I missed it a lot. I love doing this, so I'm glad to be back.
So Walking Ballista on 1. I think it's just kind of an answer if he needs it.
It's a blocker.
Yeah.
He's gonna try and turn it sideways to try and convoke something, more likely. He might almost, unfortunately, he doesn't have the creature base right now to be able to actually convoke it. Or we're probably gonna Helix the Chief Engineer, which is
Helix the Walking Ballista.
interesting.
Which
So he
is
wants
interesting because
because
in response you can. Oh, you can't activate it.
Nope.
In response, you can put it in the graveyard.
Yep. It is a little bit weird because that Chief Engineer is actually the problem card on this, especially when you have a Throne of the God Pharaoh. Because then, even if Donovan answers the attacking, you just throw that down. You start turning cards sideways.
Yeah, Donovan's down to 11. Though.
Ashton Eisler, by the way, whatever your deck just did, or your name just like did this weird like, look at it. It's like got an animation on that. Dovak 02. Thank you so much for hitting that.
Did we do that?
I don't know.
Oh, cool.
Thanks for hitting those follows. I didn't.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's new though.
Sure.
I'll have to check and play with Streamlabs. I don't know. Sorry. So we are gonna see a hit in for 6. We're down to 4. The double strike from that. Donovan signaling that he's probably a little bit light as far as cards in hand go. Coleman's got to leave it all on the floor. All on the dance floor, right?
Yeah.
So he turns it all sideways. He gets in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right now. So he needs to find another 3 damage with 2 cards in hand, one of which is a Copter.
Copter doesn't do anything right
Copter
now.
does not do anything. All right, so we've got another blocker. Is where we're at. JH Portnoy, thank you so much for the sub. 3 months, I can't believe it either. Thank you so very, very much. And we're just gonna get in the hit, leave back some blockers. We're down to 5 for Donovan after getting drained by that Throne of the God Pharaoh, and now he has got 2 blockers.
If he doesn't have removal in hand, he's in trouble.
Even if he does have removal, he needs to actually get through all 4 points of damage. The 2 isn't enough.
Yeah.
A Pyrohemia, interestingly, takes it.
Baneslayer Angel? Alright.
What? Whoa! Keyword Soup has hit the battlefield. I love it.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily win the game.
Falling First Strike, Lifelink Protection. No, the best part is, all Coleman needs to do, actually, is convoke a creature.
Yep. There it is. And then
He needs to do his convoke and activate the Blink
and he
Monsters
activates the Blink
and
Mounts
get
with
some more life
themselves.
loss.
And that's game. Oh, with the Baneslayer on the field.
And you pass it back, and the life loss for 5 gets it done.
Oh, man. This thing.
What a world that we live in.
Blue
What
Steel
a world.
is so hot right now.
It's so hot right now. Oh, I suddenly realized why you may have had Zoolander on the brain.
It's so hot right now.
We keep... He can't crew. There was a stony silence on the battlefield. Though, fun fact, you can crew it to itself. He won a game against Dredge
did.
that way.
Yeah.
He got the last point of damage by crewing it all to Smuggler's Copter, and then had the Smuggler's Copter crew itself.
Mm-hmm. And they're all tapped as like thrown.
Gotcha. What a Matt! Blue Steel is showing its power.
I like it.
That was a grind against the deck with a lot of removal. Game 1 showcased a little bit more. Game 2 really showed what Coleman could do, even when he faltered a little bit,
Yeah.
lost some of those key
When you
pieces.
can't necessarily.
What attacking with the Throne of the Godfather is actually going to
Yeah.
do.
It showcased how you can win with the deck without having to attack.
Yeah, definitely that last turn. Get a Baneslayer Angel out, flying first strike lifelink on a 5/5, thinking that you're safe.
Yeah.
And then all it took was a Convoke, and actually I think that's kind of where we were at, to where can you have this list? Zach Elsick posted a primer today on Newmont Gaming. It's also the best primer I've ever read, so check it out. If anybody has a link, feel free to toss it in. Nice one, Honesty Dragon. I met you, Honesty Dragon. You're great. All right, you ready to go see if there's another match out there?
Sure.
Let's
see
head on
what I
up.
can find.
We'll see you there.
It's cheese.
No, thank you.
It's like extra cheese.
I don't want extra
Or might
cheese.
be extra sauce.
I do.
It's extra something.
There's something extra in that pizza. I don't think I need it. Thanks for offering, Steven. Hi everybody, my name's TJ. Eric's out there, and I just got offered some pizza with a little bit of extra something. Based on that statement, I decided not to trust it. But that was awesome. Eric already returning, and I see Luke heading over to the field. Is
He's
he
heading
just
over to talk to Coleman.
Oh.
They're all in games right now.
Oh.
Luke was already walking around, so I didn't grab him because he was in a game.
Ah. So, is there a good chance of having another match?
Coleman's looking.
Is he?
I can go double check if you'd like.
That's okay. I just want. Yeah. I'll leave it up to you. I'll leave it up to you. In the
It comes
meantime,
down to do I trust Coleman?
I have a fun thing to say though. Everybody, I want to tell you all something that's pretty exciting for me. In a week and a half, I'm gonna be on the Loading Ready Run pre-release for Hour of Devastation. Yeah! I don't even know what else to say. I get to do it, and it's gonna be Matt T-Mac and Marshall Sutcliffe and Ashlyn, and I'm so excited, I get to go do a pre-release.
Hype!
Hype! Did he give up on Livia? No, he just saw this deck and decided that's what he needed to be doing.
Which is fair, because the deck is sweet.
Yeah! Yeah, I'm so excited. So y'all gotta go watch that pre-release and give it some hype. Give me some. I am the least known person in this group, so I'm gonna need some support from the chat. It's gonna be what I need.
Just have to throw flail animate emotes
Yeah.
everywhere.
I'm pretty excited though. Like, you may not have known that this was a goal of mine.
We talked about this like 2 GPs ago.
We talked about this last pre-release.
We did! I remember that.
Yeah, so sorry, I don't really know what else to say except I'm super excited and I'm super thankful that I get that chance. I'm hyped. I'm ready
True.
to roll. I'm gonna be taking a clipper out there at 6 or 7 in the morning. Alright.
Before the match starts, any tips?
This is on the Jeskai.
Oh, on the Jeskai with Delver. Yes. So, Delver, I don't think Jeskai is the right shell for it right now. Jeskai is not well positioned. I tried.
How would you know, Eric?
Well, I took Jeskai to the GP
And?
lost.
That's true.
It was not great.
I played test against him.
And lost. Oh, I lost. A lot.
I won. Quite a bit.
Yeah, it was bad.
Turns out.
So Jeskai I don't think is well positioned. I think everything's just too fast right now. Even Delvers are not fast enough because you want to be aggressive, and Death Shadow is just faster. And you have no real way to beat the Vizier combo other than sitting there with like reactive, like try to get them on that turn, and then they just outvalue you with their deck. Although I was playing Zach, and Zach's pretty good, so.
Zach's not bad.
Oh, legend.
I mean, he did just X to GP and
I know.
qualified. Oh, by the way, congratulations to our friend Zach Canner, another member of the Rogues Gallery, qualified for the Pro Tour today. Or, sorry, this weekend.
He did. It's pretty sweet.
It was awesome. We were hyped. It was a good weekend all around.
I think if you're gonna play Delver, I think Grixis is the right shell right now, because you have.
Just for the shadow.
Yes, that's the problem. If Grixis, I think, is the right shell if you want to run Delvers, but if you're going to run an aggro-y Grixis deck, just run Grixis Shadow, because I think it is in a better position right now. Delver is just not what you want to be doing at the moment.
However, if you
Unfortunately.
are in those colors, TG commentating at G. How's any word on the inevitable Channel 5L commentary job? Nope, no word. No word. I checked my email just before.
They haven't got back to him.
Must have gotten lost in the mail.
He's in high demand, so he's probably just waiting at his agent or something.
Oh yeah.
Jeskai,
You can do it, but you gotta be making some concessions with the deck. Like,
if you're gonna play Jeskai, I think Nahiri is still the best way to go with it. As much as I don't like Nahiri, I think that if you're gonna do it, having that inevitability is what you need. Where if you need to, you can just
get
an Emrakul.
Emrakul's not bad.
So,
It bashes.
if you want to play Delver Blue-Red, might be decent. I did play against a Blue-Red Delver deck. He got me with a turn 3 Blood Moon. I felt a little my own medicine there. I was a little like, huh,
Yeah.
all right.
You got Jebediah! I met you too! Hey, look, it was good meeting you. It was nice meeting you. You're great. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure getting to talk to you. Sahili, actually, I've seen Jeskai Sahili doing some cool stuff.
You could play Sahili with Felidar Guardian. That's not bad if you want to just go infinite that way. I don't think Delver is the way to go with Jeskai right now, is what I'm trying to say. You're going to have to try some other shenanigans.
Namachili is exactly correct, by the way. Basically, that's the truth of it. Like, Grixis Delver, or Grixis Shadow is the best deck, but the truth is that the power level of that deck and, say, the 20th best deck, like, I think it was, Patrick Chapin who originally said something along these lines, is not that different, the power level. But you have to be familiar with it. So if you want to play Jeskai Delver, you absolutely can do
Yeah,
that.
like Jeskai Delver's not.
But you're going to have to sideboard...
You can still win a lot of the games. You're going to have to know your sideboard and know your matchups.
Yep. So you're going to have to spot out your meta and make right choices more often than they do.
Swap out some condemns for the Death Shadow matchup.
Is
You know, that kind
quad
of thing.
condemn a thing? I would be very happy with 2. I'm not 4 sounds like a lot, but it's probably not even like meta dependent maybe.
If you're playing against a bunch of Death Shadows, it's probably not that bad.
Ninja Striker. So about Affinity at the GP. I love it. Affinity is great. Affinity is sweet and it's cool.
We have a match,
And I'm happy to have it.
I think.
And we've
Who
got a
knows?
match. I bet they didn't tell us again. Well, I do see people over there, so let's go ahead and prepare. Did you forget to tell us?
Yes.
Ah,
Peter on the wall.
Yep.
Mason not on the wall.
ah. Mason's deck is... Let's just do that. Alright, so what game are they on?
I don't know. I just wanted to see what they were doing. If they were
Okay.
just sitting there.
We'll see you there.
We
All
joined
right.
the match in progress. Ah.
I should probably change the images there, but whatever. You're a bit concerned people are getting the wrong image? Nah, they're not. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. The problem is that, like, it's one meta, so you can't misjudge the meta entirely at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't get the impression on a metagame from a top 8. Or even from the X.
Did
There's
Mason
a
just play
top 32.
Glittering Wish?
Yeah. He's running Glittering Wish with a Wishboard. It's got...
Okay.
Yeah, it's got all kinds of nonsense.
Sigarda seems good.
It's running Ishkana and Olivia Voldarn. And, yeah, it's got everything. Like, that's all in the main deck. It's got all kinds of nutso stuff. So I guess it's actually, like... 5 color? I don't know. It's probably 5 color at this point. He's running
I see
Olivia
black.
Voldarn.
Does he have blue somewhere?
Probably. Knowing Mason?
All right.
Probably. Okay. Let's see.
The weakness Death Shadow decks have is they put themselves to 8 life. If you can exploit that, you can win.
Playing Burn against Grixis Shadow is weird. It's weird. But, yeah, overall, I don't know. Like, the X2 lists at the GP were all pretty good. And Shadow definitely dominated overall, like, the meta. But at the same time, it was one event, and certainly there's... I don't know. I'm not that concerned about it.
So Sigarda seems pretty good here because Liliana can't make him sacrifice. But he's going to just get discarded out here if he...
Loses the Scavengers. We do have a Tarmogoyf out on the battlefield. That Sigarda Host of Herons, you're right. It is a 5/5. It has Hexproof and Flying. And abilities, spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause you to sacrifice creatures.
So,
Wow.
It's Lord of Innistrad, right?
Yes.
All right.
No.
Which one is this?
That's Solemn Visitor? That's Solemn Visitor.
Chet, which one is that?
Hold on. I'm pretty sure that's Solemn. That is Solemn
It is
Visitor.
Solemn Visitor. Alright.
Now it's not.
Ah, it was. And then it wasn't. Inquisition sees a Chandra. Okay.
So he takes that one down, loses that, sees a Chandra, drops it down. Woo!
Who doesn't love a good Chandra with a bolt? For good measure.
I mean, did that...
Did he just tap out against a Goyf?
Was he at 3 when he did that too?
Yes.
That does seem odd, because last I saw he was at 17, and then suddenly he was at 3.
Mm-hmm.
At the times, they do move quickly.
They do.
I think they may not have updated the dice for a bit. But then suddenly he was dead.
He went from...
What game was that? Can we scold Coleman?
I will scold him
Thank
when
you.
I get out there.
Could you also ask what game it was?
I should go find out.
Oh, he was at 23 life, so actually he beat Peter.
Oh, okay.
That's what it
That
was.
makes
So
more sense.
Okay. He was at
And
23
this is probably
life.
game 3 here. The smiley face? I feel like I got,
He does that.
you know...
Okay. Okay, so the visitor +1 gained some life, went up to 23. That makes significantly more sense.
Yeah.
Though he represented with a 3, which is confusing. But
Raging Ravine. Raging Ravine. Alright.
this was an exhibition match. Round 2 just got posted.
I'm gonna go scold people.
I'm so confused. Let's head on up. Okay, so that was an exhibition match. They were just playtesting between rounds, as it turns out. We got it figured out, and we are getting ready for round 2. So let's see what we can do. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And we have got 3 more rounds coming at you, fresh and hot. It is going to be sweet. It's going to be just like a pizza coming right out of the oven to your doorway through a teleporter. That way you know it's the freshest possible, but don't you open the lid. That lets the heat out until you are ready to serve. Any elves tonight? Why, in fact, there is elves tonight. Will we get it on camera? I certainly can't promise it, but I do know for a fact that there are some elves making their way through the forest onto the battlefield, tapping for mana and dropping in some cool stuff. Okay. But is mono white otherwise well positioned? I mean, it just top 8 of the GP. So that's pretty good. Let's see. Obzon Company beats Shadow from everything that I have seen. In my experience of like seeing the matches, I have seen that be the case.
Facing the wall.
Uh-huh.
Luke.
Oh, okay. He's on the Jeskai deck, I assume.
Yep. And
Okay.
Maeve is on the wall.
Is she on Blue Seal?
She said you know what she's on. I don't know what she's on. She wouldn't tell me. She said you know what she's on.
How would I know?
I don't know.
And she's probably on Tesserator. So which Jeskai variant does Luke on?
It had Snapcasters and Lightning Bolts. That's what I saw.
You are phenomenal at this.
I'm so good at this.
You are really nailing it.
They should pay me more.
Clearly. So what are they on? I don't know. You figured out. All right. Let's
To
do
be
it.
fair, Maeve said you know.
Yes, she did.
If this is blue steel again, I apologize. No one told me what they were on.
I don't know. I know she's putting together blue steel. So I think you got me blue steel. In fact, I'm almost certain it's blue steel.
Well, we'll find out.
Alright.
I promise not to get it a third time if this is indeed it.
That is... okay.
Thank you, Doro. 100% increase.
Done.
Let's do it.
Absolutely done. You can have it from my paycheck.
Alright.
Let's assume that he is running Lightning Helix. Is that
Sure.
safe?
Yeah, there's lightning helix.
Okay.
You just do colonnade.
Alright, let's head on down and let's see what we can do. We'll see you there. Yep,
Hey!
blue steel twice in a row.
I didn't know that, but I don't mind it.
So, we are going to mulligan after revealing the deck that we're on. I like it. It's a good strategy. They may have already known.
Maybe.
But Luke seems to be keeping his hand. Jeskai control. A bucket full of removal does seem pretty decent. It is going to come down to Maeve dropping down a Lodestone Golem, I think.
Yeah.
That is going to be the big ace in the hole as far as things go. But let's see what we can find. We've got Hangerback Walker's not bad either, but Path to Exile exists in this deck. We've got Signal Pest, Walking Ballista, Throne of the God Pharaoh, a couple of lands.
Path to Exile not only exists in the deck, it exists in Luke's hand.
That's a double whammy. That's a double whammy.
And a colonnade.
So,
I assume Luke just goes colonnade, go.
you don't
So
know
you
the cards?
typically-
That's
there it
why
is.
we got you. Turn 1 play for a Signal Pest. It's a 0/1. Downside is that it can't crew things, but it does work out well when you start pumping out a massive field with that Chief Engineer, and it ends up netting an extra 5 damage across the field, but it is probably one of the more fragile cards that's in the deck right now as far as whether or not it's going to stay in future versions.
Yeah. Also has sweet art on it. One we saw at the art exhibit.
Yes, it was. The art exhibit at Vegas was phenomenal. So we're going to shock that in down to 17, going for a Serum Visions, leaving up the Path to Exile. It's time to see if Luke is fully aware of what's going on with this deck.
TJ Vegas Baby Rogers.
That's
I like
what they
it.
call me.
It's true.
That's what they call me.
I've heard him call you that.
At least once.
Alright, so what does Maeve have for turn 2?
An attack for 0,
I like it.
and a Throne of the God Pharaoh, which is going to get spell snared. Brutal from Luke. Still has that Path to Exile to take down the Hangerback Walker. Maeve sitting on an Academy Ruins, which is definitely a little bit of her own spice. Both of the players that we have playing Blue Steel, bringing a little something extra to the table, trying to dabble in a little bit of extracurricular activities.
I would say Academy Rune's probably good against a control match like this, because you can get the stuff back that has been countered like this.
Snapcaster's Spell Snare.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Ah, the control player in me loves this.
Alexis Bros, that is super kind of you. We are excited as well. I'm all around excited for this playmat. So we're dropping in another Signal Pest. They are able to attack for a Riotous 2.
That's exciting.
It is exciting if you are someone who likes dealing damage in 2s. I am not.
I'd prefer to have a Snapcaster deal the damage in 2s, if I had my choice
Absolutely.
of 2 damage dealers. You're more a Goblin Guide fan?
I am. Maeve showing this Academy Runes. Probably going to be trying to get back the Walking Ballista first. We do have another Snapcaster in hand, plus we do have the Path. Path doesn't hit the Walking Ballista phenomenally well.
Snapcaster Serum Visions?
I
like it.
Look at you. Draw a
Draws a
spell
s-
snare.
No, you do a Serum Vision.
Okay. And Maeve's just going to activate, put the Walking Ballista on top.
That's rough. Bottom both.
Hey, at least he's not going to draw them.
Yeah.
Always a plus there. And he is deciding to keep up this Path to Exile. Looks like he didn't want to go for the extra Serum Visions. Just going to blow up the Walking Ballista to take that one down.
Take down both.
Yep.
That's fine.
It's a reasonable play because she can get it back, so I think her game plan is to just grind with Academy Runes and
Walking
this-
Ballista?
What is this blue steel deck? It is an artifact aggro, death and taxes kind of deck. Is the easiest way to describe it.
Yeah.
Think Grand Architect, Master of Ethereum, Ethereum Sculptor, and Chief Engineer. Once you have those 4, throw in some Smuggler's Copters and some Throne of the God Pharaoh and a Lodestone Column.
For fun.
Then start and 8 Judges Familiars, and that and Mausoleum Wanderer. And all things considered, it'll feel pretty good. Okay. So, it does not play Scissors.
Alright.
Alright. And we're going to drop in a Judge's Familiar. That is not how it happened. He went, he did a Snapcaster Serum Visions, and in response, Maeve put the, the thing on top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Academy was in response to the Serum Visions.
That.
Isn't that just called stabbing when you beat someone with scissors?
No.
No?
Nope. So getting back to the Throne of the God Pharaoh. And we are going to Path to Exile the Judge's Familiar.
Get some.
Not sacrifice. Oh, chooses to not sacrifice it. Bold call, wants the land. Saw the Academy Runes activate first.
Oh,
She might have just said that she was going to do it.
Got exiled.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What else have we got? Another island out. Luke just getting into the 2-mana beats. We are down these Snapcasters, or the Signal Pests.
Hey.
Maeve with an empty board does have the Academy Runes, but putting back a singular Walking Ballista, if Luke has got a counterspell up right now, it is going to go poorly. Leaving up, ooh, Cryptic Command, draw a card, draws a Path to Exile, but this Hangback Walker and Academy Runes has got to be frustrating to play against.
Still Ballista?
I do mean Ballista.
It's all good. That's why I'm here. Make sure you spell check things.
This is double X. This 2/3 of Vin Diesel is going to be tricky to play against.
I gotcha. Oh?
Nice! Getting back the Helix, putting down to 9. And we do still have the Celestial Colonnade up. So we're down to 9. We have 5 power on board.
He has 9 power.
Plus a Colonnade.
Well, yeah. He can... This be lethal.
This be lethal if Maeve tries to go face. Which, actually, she just can't cast it now.
No, it's done.
It's done. That
GG.
was it. That was just it. So I think Maeve should have activated the Academy Runes at her upkeep.
Yeah.
At her upkeep, putting that on top probably would have been a play that gave her some options. She actually might have had enough to at least take down 2 of that damage, and it was on board. The death. So, taking the play that means that you don't just die is generally better. But the Jeskai control deck definitely just put up a good show there. Had so much removal. Grinding up against Walking Ballista Academy Runes is a pretty impressive feat. When you can't path it, he had paths in his hand. He had to start firing them at other stuff because it just wasn't effective against the Walking Ballista. Yeah, that was quite a go at it. But Jeskai control takes game 1.
What do you bring in? She has a negate in the sideboard, which is...
I think it's probably just
bad.
over the Unified Will.
She has Unified Will, too.
Oh, never mind.
I think it's just, was that 1 cage and something else?
Those are the Scrap Trawlers, which are likely going to come in. Heracle's Recall doesn't seem great. Edge Champion seems incredible.
If you
This
can
is
get
a
it down
strange
with Metal
sideboard.
Breath. Can you get... I mean, if Luke is chock full of removal,
Actually, you know what?
all your artifacts are creatures, so you're not...
There's actually not that many artifacts in the deck.
No.
I probably wouldn't, especially if there's Artifact Hate coming in.
If you're bringing in anything for the Trinket Mages, you gotta bring the Trinket Mages into it.
Namachili, that also would have been a good play. But once that was passed, I think the upkeep was like your 1 out. But yes, you are absolutely correct. Because then you can just take down the Snapcaster.
Yes.
How do you feel about the Trinket Mage board? Anything that you love in that?
I like the utility you get from it. I'm not... Like, I understand it. Like, it's a good idea. I just don't like that you have to bring in... If you're going to bring in any of the pieces, you got to bring in the Trinket Mages, too.
Right.
Just go get them.
Yes.
Which, like, I understand for your matches where you need a silver bullet, like Dredge having, copies 2 and 3 of your cage is good. But there are matchups where you're like, yeah, Pithing Needle might be nice here, but do I need to bring in the Trinket Mages for it too? That kind of thing.
Right.
Where you're going to have to make that decision, which I think that will kind of define people who are good at sideboarding this deck versus not.
And I think at least for some time, I can think of a couple of people that might be good at it, not many others.
Yeah.
Or at least, experienced with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably the better.
You're going to need practice sideboarding this deck,
Yeah.
I think.
So taking out the Master of Ethereum is an interesting choice, probably because of Path to Exile. But the card feels pretty good, and it's part of your most explosive
Watching the
starts.
stream.
Nah. I think he's looking at a pizza. Right? Thoughts on the 2-mana Relic in Hour of Devastation?
It's fine.
Well, it's a 2-mana Relic.
Would you play Relic if it cost 2?
Alexis,
There, answer that and you answer your question.
that's it. What do we think of Blue Art Control? That deck is sweet. It's fun. It's good. So, Mausoleum Wanderer, actually, let's bring up this card, because this is one of the cool synergies of the deck.
It's a Judge's Familiar. That's better. Although it's not a bird, so...
It's not a bird, but it is a flying whenever another spirit enters the battlefield. It gets +1/+1. But you can sacrifice it to counter target instant or sorcery unless its controller pays X, where X is its power. Now, its power is going to change in this deck. A Chief Engineer is going to be fantastic because it means that the spell automatically costs 2 more.
Yeah.
An Ethereum Sculptor coming down 1/2. Artifacts you cast cost 1 less to play, and it is an artifact creature, Vidalcan. Neither were we, I see sounds, but Eric's here. He likes the deck.
I wasn't expecting it either.
You name a deck once, and you think you're going to put it on stream every round.
I mean, if there's a third one out there, maybe.
I don't blame you, by the way. It's okay.
Alright.
It happens.
Path.
It is the new hotness, too.
It is.
So we might as well get sick of it now.
Should you put it in, like, beat-up sleeves and call them Derelict?
Ooh, nice.
I like it. See? If you do that, you just play the whole theme.
If when I beat this deck, I should have said we should call this deck Derelict. Ah. Oh well. Oh well. Let's see here. Alexis Bros, you are, in fact, part of the grand majority.
Yes.
In fact, the overwhelming majority, which is...
Why they're trying to change things.
Yeah. That's why they hired Play Design.
Thank you, Doro. I like that command there.
Basically. What's up, Hoon? It's good to see you. So we're going to get rid of that, potentially, which is almost certainly going to work. Anyone quad sleeving? I don't think so. We're going to lose that one, and...
Isn't one of the things in her graveyard actually exiled?
So, no, because she just sacrificed the Mausoleum Wanderer to save it.
No, the other one is exiled.
It should
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
Yes.
What was
Yes.
the other one?
That is the Ethereum Sculptor.
Yeah. Call him or let him.
You can just mention it. If you just want to walk over, you probably don't need to shout it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see what we've got. There we go. Getting it good. Quad sleeving is the real new hotness? Probably.
Maybe.
Takes down the Muslim winner. Probably actually not bad for Luke in the grand scheme. I think he was pretty happy with whatever exchange happened there.
Yeah.
Remand putting back the Trinket Mage.
Ooh.
Just 2, we believe. But Eric spotted him right away.
I didn't know what either one was playing. And then boom!
We're going to go down to 14. Took a little bit of damage, and then we are taking some life loss from this Throne of the God Pharaoh. Still great card. G-Land. Hey, thank you so much.
You're
That is
awesome.
so kind of you. We appreciate using the Twitch Prime sub here. There are so many great streams, and you saying that means a lot to me, so thank you. We're searching on up. What do you like? Do you think we're just gonna go for the Walking Ballista again?
Probably. Actually,
Yeah. Okay.
no, you can't grab that. It's 1 or less.
Thank you so much.
Isn't?
No, you can't grab that one. Express for the sub. You are awesome and amazing, and thank you for using that Twitch Prime. Man, what a day. We are up 4 subs from where we were at the beginning of today.
Sweet.
Plus some resubs.
Nice.
Yes, I believe. Maybe we're up even more, actually. No, we're up 5. We're up 5 subs. We're still pretty far down, but we also didn't stream for a good little bit.
It's true.
Yeah. Anyway,
Cage seems alright.
Cage, shuts down Snapcaster Mage, which is pretty solid.
Hmm.
There's not a whole lot else that it does, but turning Snapcaster into an Ambush Viper is an A+ move all around. Remember that the Academy rules no artifacts in the graveyard currently. This is also why the Edge Champion might be slightly underwhelming in the deck, and I think it may not last too long in that sideboard. And we're going to convoke this out. In response to this, we're going to take a look and take it away. The Sorcery Speed card rips it out.
Ooh, I would have just played that next.
Well, but then she wouldn't have been able to convoke that out. Fear Locks? What? Didn't get off work until 7:30. People should be having hexproof creatures to the face right now. That's true. That's true. What's up, Dino? It's good to see you. Rodrigo Cisco, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. Is there a deck list for the blue steel decks?
Yes. Right there.
Boom. Alright, and we're going to flicker this, taking a look at whose hand.
Depends on what you got. Hers.
Nice. Takes out the Walking Ballista. Good call.
There we go.
That's a good call at the upkeep. Or is that draw step? I think that was draw,
Draw
step.
step. Draw step, Resto Angel. Seems decent.
Yep, another Trinket Mage coming down. Gonna grab the Walking Ballista.
She still has to shuffle.
I think probably Luke will allow it because it was exactly there.
I mean, technically she has scryed other things to the bottom with...
Has she?
I mean, if I was Maeve, I would shuffle because she put a Grafdigger's Cage on the bottom before that.
She probably should shuffle. I think there is a known card on the bottom, isn't there?
There is a known card.
We should go mention that, actually.
Go make a judge call.
Okay. So, we have got a Walking Ballista for 5 coming down. Good call on that one.
No problem.
Known information, gotta shuffle it up.
If it wasn't, I'd be like, whatever. But
Yeah, whatever. Apparently we do. It's an interesting
it's
card.
sweet art.
It is. So some Trinket Mages getting their value going right now, and it looks like this time the card that she searched for did hit the battlefield. That Master of Ethereum is representing a lot of damage. Luke already down to 6. This game's looking like it's got a little bit of a different outcome on the horizon. Luke's gonna need something pretty big. I guess actually a Supreme Verdict here would not be too shabby.
No, that'd be pretty sweet.
It would be Dees.
I don't know if he... I mean, I would assume you'd bring him in against this, like I would. But I don't know if he knows... The deck didn't do this last game.
Absolutely
so-
true. Though the deck did get quite a bit of publicity, so
Yeah.
probably
I mean,
is aware
Luke
of it.
probably knows what's in it.
If you're going to an attack right now, what are you... You're dead to rights in almost every single way right now, so attacking all out, this has to be relying on the Snapcaster to maybe block and then path the Master of Ethereum.
Maybe.
So maybe we're looking at a... But the problem is that
Quicken Verdict?
well, you're dead to the Throne of the God Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Right now, all Maeve needs to do is turn these sideways
Just
and...
declare attacks and you're done.
Basically. And actually, could have also convoked that, given back some of them, but the Throne of the God Pharaoh is going to take it. Luke doesn't have an out. And Maeve takes it down with the Walking Ballista and everything else. It went Maeve's way this time. So, we're going to be heading into the sideboard, and what have we got? Wear and Tear's coming in. Actually, Luke may just not have known what to do. in this
Yeah,
game.
he didn't see a lot in the first game.
No, probably thought it was like a mono blue Delver at first. I think the negates might be a little bit unnecessary.
I wouldn't bring in negates against this.
I think it's almost entirely creature based.
Yeah. The throne
I think it's just for
and
the
sideboard cards are the non-creatures.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, Smuggler's Copter, technically, but like,
I think there are better options. I think I would take the Vidalkin, or I'm sorry, the Vindinclick, just because it's a flying 3/1. So that's not bad against. It feels better against the Smuggler's Copter than Negate.
yeah. I also don't know what Luke is running like as far as counters and things like that.
Yeah.
So
The anger looks good though.
Anger, sweet. Any sweeper is good against this deck, I think. Especially if you can get it turn 3.
Yep. Basically, at that point, you just really need to worry about the Smuggler's Copter, or you just continually spot remove creatures and leave them with dead Smuggler's Copters that are just on the battlefield worthless and not actually worth a card.
Yeah.
So, because those ones not as good at activating for, say, a Chief Engineer on an empty board. Jay Gross, thank you so much for the sub. It's awesome having you here. That is so kind of you. Actually, seriously, thank you. It's really nice of you. Let's see. It's a cool card for sure. I don't know. I really like Judge's Familiar. Judge's Familiar is weirdly enough one of my favorite cards.
We brewed a deck around it.
Maybe.
Allegedly.
There's 162 people in here. Hi everybody.
Hi,
Thanks
everyone.
for coming back. We did take over a week off. I do apologize for that. It physically bothered me.
He had an existential crisis.
I did. Well, that's probably a bit. That might be a bit of a hyperbole, but definitely I had a little mini meltdown.
Because he couldn't stream. He missed y'all.
Digitech Wire, I don't disagree with you. Actually. The problem is that, like, Lantern looks incredibly good right now. Okay.
Alright, so Luke has a one-lander, where the one land is just an island?
That seems really bad against
It
the
is-
deck with Judge's Familiars and Mausoleum
Yeah,
Wanderers.
it is not good. I mean, it's not good against anything. If it was a dual land, maybe, if it wasn't this matchup.
Yeah.
Although I have quite the streak of just drawing lands.
I wouldn't. Thank you, everybody. We missed you too. What's up, Zach? How you doing? How are you doing? Just got home from work? You missed a bunch of Blue Steel.
Yeah,
It's the Blue Steel stream, apparently.
it's so hot right now.
It's so hot right now. Yes. But I'm excited. Zach, congratulations, everybody. Everybody, can we get some hype in the chat for Just a Noob? This last weekend, Just a Noob spiked this GP and qualified for his very first Pro Tour. He crushed it. Can we get some hype for
Is
Just a
Luke
Noob?
reading an island?
Probably.
Alright.
Gotta read the cards.
We got a reader. Ooh, this Lodestone Golem is going to be pretty good.
So, is there a Lodestone Golem in hand? He needs to be able to cast it, but getting there.
Yeah.
Getting there slowly but surely.
I mean, if you want to learn how to beat this blue steel deck, just ask Zach. He did beat it.
That's true. Going off on turn 3 does it pretty well.
Yeah.
We should probably change those life totals back to, game 3.
We'll let the people make their own conclusions.
Was that really in there? The onesie? The one onesie? If that's true... Oh, I love it. I got you, Minifer. I got you. Okay.
Alright. So, what do we got?
That's super exciting if people ask that. Even if it was one person. I appreciate all the same. Trigger Mage coming down. I love it!
Spell
Queller? I love Spell Queller. Touch your knuckles to my knuckles.
We're not at a table.
That's okay. We were having a good time there. Oh, and a Helix dropping down that? That
Back
was
to
a
20.
big
That's a good turn.
turning of the tide.
If Maeve has a land... Alright.
That was...
I think you just slam that? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. A 5-3.
And if Luke has a remand, now is the time.
No, but actually, I mean, a path does it just as well.
Yeah.
Having it,
A
or
lightning bolt.
lightning bolt does it. And so
Swing 2. I like it.
I think he is going to give it some time to let Maeve
It's
have
going
to
to
pay
cost
extra
3 to
first.
remove it, though. 4 in response.
Can still play for it. I think we're going to see it in response to this. Maeve did have to pay 4 for all of that, so in response to the last bird, we are going to go for that.
Sacrifice. 1. Sacrifice. I don't know. It's quite the exchange. It's dead.
That's
very dead.
that's not alive.
It was no.
Nope.
There we go.
Hold on.
Bring it back. One
Hold
bird.
on.
Calm down. There we go. We stuck it. Got there.
All right, we're gonna have to give that one a 7 out of 10. A little bit of a wobble at the finish.
Ah.
Yep. But what can you expect from the Iron Lotus? So we have got a Serum Visions from. Woo. What a way to go. So I believe we're at 19 after that
Yep.
previous Helix. Maybe
18.
down to 14 after getting hit. And that fetch puts us
Can I help
down
you,
to 18.
Quick question for you.
What's up?
I got 5 chests from MTGO. Do I open them or sell them?
Do you like to live dangerously?
I know you do.
Crack them open. You
What-
should sell them, but crack them
What
open.
do they sell for?
I don't know. I've never sold them. I crack them open.
All right.
All right. So we have got a Smuggler's Copter out, looking pretty fly. Looks like we missed some life total exchanges. Sorry, I had to have a pretty important conversation with Dylan there.
It was. It
When you-
needed to happen right now.
When you own the shop, you get certain concessions about barging in.
Ah.
Grafty Goods Cage coming in down. We've got Snapcaster into Helix, which is going to put Maeve down to.
Down to 3.
Yep, and that is going to take
She's
it
done.
down.
All right.
Unfortunately, you can be familiar with the judges all you want, but sometimes justice is not on your side. Did that make any sense?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll see you up there. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining. It's a pleasure having you here. My name's TJ, and we are joined by Eric. Tonight, he's out there keeping his eyes open for another match, but it gives me a chance to give myself, I gotta repeat it because I'm so excited. I'm doing the next pre-release. The next pre-release. I'm gonna go to Canada and play Hour of Devastation with Loading Ready Run, and I'm doing that the weekend after this one, and I'm so excited, and I'm so hyped, and I'm so... I gotta put my arms in different directions. Wah!
Oh, I got a match.
Thank you.
Wait.
If it's Coleman, I don't want it. Is it Coleman?
No.
All right, then I'll accept it.
It is not Boosty League. Facing the wall is Paul on Mono Black Devotion
Okay.
and Josh. Probably got Paul's name right. I didn't write it down. I left my pen in here.
Okay. That's Josh on.
Mono Green Plow Under.
All right. I dig it. What game we're going to?
3.
Plow under, huh?
Yeah.
I dig it.
He like shows me an Ewit and I'm like, okay. And he's like, Plow Under. I'm like, huh.
I like it. How do they spell gray? Oh, they did AY. Okay. Fun fact, gray has 2 different spellings, and
they're
both
both
are
correct.
correct. That's fun. Okay, we're in Canada with Loading Ready to Run, wherever they are. Not entirely sure. What's my favorite card in Hour so far? What's my favorite card in Hour so far? I'll have to think on that. I need to look at them all.
Sad Lightning Bolt.
Ooh, that's a fun one. Let's head on down. Alright, so This is a Utopia Sprawl.
Plow under.
Oh my, is he running Root Maze?
I see a Primal Command.
I see
Utopia
Thragtusk.
Does he have no lands in his
Interesting.
hand?
Victoria. It's in Victoria. That is one land. He's got a forest.
Sweet.
Yep.
If you're gonna plow under,
He's gonna have to believe on this one.
I like it.
Oh, I love it.
So 3-mana bolt. Yes. Who knew? You know, Searing Spear.
Too powerful.
Too bad.
Too big.
Lightning Strike. Nope. Can't do it.
It's a Devotion Mirror. Yeah, Paul deciding to get rid of his. Josh, I mean, Plownder is such a cool card. 5 mana, put 2 of their lands on top of their library. A little bit worse in a format that has fetch lands,
Mm-hmm.
but if you can exhaust them from it, then it gets pretty solid. It gets pretty solid, but Monoblight Devotion should be interesting. I mean, Grey Merchant's such a... it's good. You have to think Phyrexian Obliterator's in here.
Oh yeah.
That is a lot of Utopia Sprawls. Are we gonna...
Are we
please
just
tell
gonna
me
stack them on one?
next turn, Utopia Sprawl, Utopia Sprawl?
Why does it have a...
That's the color.
Okay.
Going for green. Yes? Oh, show me
There
double
it is.
sprawl.
Show me potato salad.
Ding 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 ding.
There it is.
Yes. If he draws a land, he's got Plow Underline.
Sinkhole? Sinkhole? It's not Legacy, but wouldn't that be good right now?
Was that a Ghost Quarter? Because if so, suddenly Josh is very sad. No, that's a Bajuka Bog. Okay.
That's not quite as good right now.
Nope. I've never
Arbor
been to
Elf.
Victoria, so I'm excited.
This Arbor Elf.
That Arbor Elf is looking pretty good. We've also got the Sakura Tri-Builder, which looks pretty solid right now.
I'd probably do that now.
Yeah. And... oh, what's the name of that card? Hold on. Is this the one that turns it into a swamp?
Oh, goodness.
And whenever it's tapped for mana? Is that the one that turns it into a swamp? Or no, it's just whenever a swamp is tapped. Ah, what's the name of it? I can't remember the name of that one. But the Urborg turned everything into a swamp?
Yeah.
No, it's not that one.
I don't know.
Gatekeeper
Chat will
of-
tell us.
Gatekeeper of Malakir, forcing it. That can't be contaminated grounded. Not in mono green. Wow.
All
7
in it?
mana
Primal
drops
Command?
down. 7 mana drops down. We did lose the Sakura Tri-Builder.
Spreading Algae.
That's it. That is it.
Green enchantment.
Whenever the enchanted permanent becomes tapped, destroy it.
Enchanted land becomes dead.
Or, sorry. Yeah, but it enchants a swamp. And because of the Urborg, this had to be sideboard tech.
Oh, that's hilarious. Do you play a one of Urborg just to be hilarious?
But it returns to your hand.
I know.
Ah, that is... I've brewed with this card before, and I could not remember the name of it for the life of me. But, my goodness, what a card. And a Thragtusk comes down. We're going to go up to 26. Hero's Downfall. Taking it down, but not before it gained him 5 life and gave him a 3-3 for his trouble. And trust me, it wasn't much trouble.
No. Oh, Thragtusk.
Oh, Thragtusk. Are we going to... Can we double Primal? 8, 9? Ah, we're
No.
1 shy. I think he just doesn't want to... He wants to be able to hold up the Scavenging Ooze.
Yeah.
Though actually, he could have done that by just tapping it and tapping the Forest. And then he would still have the Utopia Sprawl up. So actually, his sequencing... Unless he's grabbing a creature here. Maybe he's grabbing another... Oh, that's not bad.
He has 3 mana float Acidic Slime.
Yeah,
Decent.
He might be considering Acidic Slime to be able to take down... man. Let's see here.
Which one's that?
Though, where'd the Urborg go?
He used Primal Command to put target permanent on top of its owner's library.
Okay, well, doesn't his Spreading Algae go to the graveyard then?
Yes? Should I go hold it?
Probably. You should mention it.
Hold up, folks.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that fell off. Oh, was the bog creature land type swamp? Is that land type swamp?
It is a Leech Ridden Swamp. It is a swamp.
Oh, that's a Leech Ridden. Got
Not a
it.
Bajuka Bog.
Got it.
Confusion cleared up. We good.
Gotcha. Did not realize. That's my bad. I got you now. I got you now, Pat. Liliana coming down? I don't even know what I'd do here. By the way, do you see
no?
that stag? Isn't it the one with protection from blue and from black?
I didn't look.
I'm pretty sure that stag has protection from blue and from black. Like, what this deck is doing is a little bit awesome.
Did he know there'd be a mono black deck out here?
Apparently. Apparently this deck has been in action. So we are going to tap this, destroying it. We are putting it back in our hand. So it was worth losing it for that. And now Josh has got another Spreading Algae in hand. He can just take down another one. He can put on one of these fetch lands, actually. Not entirely wise, because it can just fetch.
Not right now, it's tapped.
No, I mean, he can fetch once it's on there.
Well, you have to tap it to fetch.
Yeah.
And doesn't that just destroy it?
No. You sacrificed it as part of the cost.
That's true.
Okay.
Well, is it tap, then sacrifice, or is
No.
it tap and sacrifice?
It still doesn't matter.
I'm just wondering.
Spreading Algae onto the Urborg, however. Looks like we do want to keep that one on the battlefield, keep him from being able to go for it. Oh, man. What a card. The Gatekeeper of Malakir hanging out, having some fun. The Liliana getting destroyed.
No, it doesn't
The
have.
Gatekeeper?
Noble Stag?
Apparently not.
Doesn't have. Whatever.
And a Primal Command. Are we putting
Fetch
the
land
fetch
on
land? Oh, I love it.
Josh, you mean.
Josh is rocking it right now. Everything, if he could play against mono black decks all day long, he would never lose.
It's true.
I don't think he can lose, and most likely, all of this is purely for Shadow, and this is just incidental hate crashing in on Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Because this card's not bad against Shadow.
Inquisition's away, you wit.
A 3/3 that can block it all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am fairly certain that all these cards are sideboarded purely for Shadow, and Paul is just getting obliterated for the gall of thinking he could do this. How dare you?
I said good day.
I mean, that's functionally what's happening right now. This is just a reckoning. I think we're down to 6. Oh no, we're down to 5 actually.
It was rough.
Yeah. Oh, we've got mono green, mono blue, and mono black on stream today. We are just living the dream. Paul falls in this game 3 to Josh's, really, his... Like,
Whatever. That happened.
if I was running any mono black deck, I don't know what I could have done there.
No.
Velisathia! I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Also, as a quick question, this is kind of a favor to me. I've noticed an increased number in follows today than in previous streams as far as, like, per day. And I'm a little bit curious if any of you found us through a particular source or if we're just getting lucky today. But if you have any thoughts on it, if you're one of those brand new followers of today, I would appreciate just the information, because if we are either lucky, hey, awesome, thank you so much for being here. It is
True.
genuinely awesome to have you all here, every single one of you. New followers, old followers, whatever it is. But if someone has given us a shout out, then it would be nice to know, so either we can, give them a shout out or whatever it is. But let's head on up to the booth and see what we've got. It's round 2, but we've got 2 more after this. And maybe, just maybe, another one in this round. We'll see you there.
Yeah.
Hello, Jub77. Thank you so much. Proving my point right now. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who is joining us. It is a pleasure having you here. Can't push a 5-drop? You can push a 5-drop. It's just not going to tip. Lord of Jund, it is good to see you. Godhead of Awe is just a super cool card. I love Godhead of Awe. That card is super sweet. How was my Vegas weekend? Fantastic. Brilliant. It was all kinds of fun. I got to meet some incredible people, have some great food, walk a lot. Oh, it was just a wonderful time. It was really good, but I got in I went to sleep around 3 in the morning after traveling for the day, and I'm pretty tired today. Pretty tired today, but I'm powering through it right now. Powering through. Name the worst mirror to watch in Modern.
Lantern.
Chargehan, thank you so much for that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. What is the worst one to watch? Soul Sisters. Soul Sisters are the worst mirror to watch. Because, like, it never ends.
Yeah, it just goes forever.
I have watched it. Don't
You're
ever,
talking just like Mono White Martyr Soul Sisters?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
never,
That'd be bad.
never let that deck face itself in a top 8.
Mm-mm.
It is
Like,
the
and we're
worst
gonna be
idea
here a
possible.
while.
You will be sitting there, everyone else will finish, everyone else will be done. You will have like had the other bracket line their way up to the finalist, and then you'll be like, thank goodness, you finished your match, and like, no, we finished our game.
Round 2!
Sideboard? It's just like, why? Why?
That's when you bring the secret tech, Leyline of Punishments.
It's just, oh.
Like, I understand Lantern Mirrors, because they take a lot of thinking and you have to know how to play the decks right and that kind of thing. Like,
They're
I get it.
interesting.
But it's not, I don't like the deck.
It's
so.
interesting. Ad nauseam mirrors are interesting because it's like they're both trying to stack up a hand that not only like wins but beats their hand, which is they're trying to build the same thing.
Play a Dragon Lord Jamoka.
Yeah, it is awesome.
We don't have another game right now. Everyone's in game 3.
That is okay. That is okay.
Is it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man. Tebin, it has happened. Do you remember the green-white devotion deck in standard?
Oh, those games that went.
The one that
for,
went like 3 hours
Yeah.
on a feature match?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Game
it-
1. Like,
It was just
the judges
awful.
are like, and you're done.
It was so awful. They were keeping track of the life totals, which were at like 300 plus each.
It's like, I'm going to ult a Johnny again. It's like, sweet.
Oh my god.
I'm going to attack for 2.
That was the
Got me.
worst match ever to watch.
Manifest all their crap. Ugh.
It was fun though.
It was something.
That it was.
Fun? I don't know.
Yep. You remember that? It was, living in post-board is just a bad draft matchup. Actually,
It
yeah.
is. You're just like, alright, I'm going to play this.
If everything went wrong in draft, what would it look like?
Look like a living end.
Oh my goodness. Hey, your store meta's getting a little copy heavy for Modern. Any recommendations?
Play Lodestone Golems.
Grixis Shadow.
Yeah, just beat them before they can do anything.
Run Death Shadows and Stubborn Denials.
There you go.
You'll have a great time.
They're going to look at you like, what?
Yep. Oh, goodness. You want to do this one? Nah, let's not do that one.
I mean,
Too obscure. Yes?
Coleman would get that one right off the bat.
I know he
That might have
would.
given it away.
Nah, he's not in the chat. Alright, everybody, we're going to play a round of 20 questions, and trust me, this one's a doozy.
It is.
So there was no Death Shadow. It's actually not surprising at all. X2s went down to
19?
19th place.
Mm.
The only, like, top 8s were entirely luck-based. And that's nothing against the people who topped 8. The problem is that the top 8 could have been a top 19 and had the exact same level of, like, standard.
Yeah.
It could have had the same standard, but have 19 people. It had nothing to do with the deck not getting there.
Yeah.
There were 2 copies of it there. But yeah, that Death Shadow made the top 8, and the Breakers just didn't get them there.
Yeah.
But let's play some 20 questions. You down?
I'm down.
Hope we're not toggled. Hold on, I should probably check that out. Oh, good call on me.
Whew. That would have given it away.
Would have given it away
That's awkward.
by literally doing that. Okay, let's head on down. Let's play some 20 questions. Okay.
Let's switch sides.
Switching sides. All right. Let's get some questions going. You answer them, I'll type them, and we'll have some fun, ourselves some fun.
All right, folks. Hit me with them questions.
Hit me with your best shot.
Fire away.
Hey, we're done. Okay. Any Kiki Court today? Don't believe so,
I
but
don't
that doesn't
think
mean
so.
it's not out there.
I didn't see any. It doesn't mean it's not there.
Exactly. Like, Zach went X2 and got 17th.
Yeah.
any other GP, he'd be in the top 8.
Is it Goyf? No. That's a Goyf.
Let's see here. Also, we told Dylan hi and thanks for letting our stream happen.
Is it a permanent?
Oh, like this
Yes.
stream. Yes, I will tell him. If you mean this stream, yes, and otherwise, I don't actually know what you're talking
A
about.
permanent?
Peppermint. Sorry, I've got peppermint on the mind.
Modern legal? Yes.
That's why we switched from the last card that we had, actually.
It's true.
Yep. Could Derek Zoolander read this card?
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. Is it a jackal creature type? Careful, Dora. I'll start actually taking that.
Jackal? No.
And now, is it standard legal?
No. Is it a creature? Yes.
All right.
Is
I
it-
like that.
Is it blue? No.
We're now narrowing it down. Oh, okay. Gotcha. The jackal pup. Absolutely, I will thank Dylan. Absolutely, I will do that. I wasn't sure if you meant your store, but I totally get that. I will absolutely pass the message along to him. Power and toughness combined greater than 4.
No. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Words are hard, as well as numbers.
Combined?
Mine's?
Man, you're making me type a lot. Over 4? Yes. There we go.
Let's see.
Got it.
Mono black? No. Is it in Naya colors? Yes.
Yes.
Trample? Nay.
What?
Sorry, I was feeling a little hoarse.
Let's see here. Trample.
Artifact? No.
Artifact. New.
Red? No.
Ooh, we are running out of questions. We are running out of questions. But there's plenty more to ask.
There are. You got 9 more to go, and you can narrow this thing down.
And all we know is that it is a white or green, and or, I suppose, white and or green creature.
Well, we got white? No. Green? Yes.
I think at that point it explains itself. I'll go with just no to white. So yes, it is green.
Activated ability.
Is it probably a bear? Yeah, it's probably a bear. That doesn't mean it is.
Activated ability. No.
Also, don't get fixated on bears. I was just slowly crashing. Hi, Coleman.
He is gonna know it.
New.
Triggered ability? Yes.
Let's see here. 2 colors. Did we ever say it's not black and it's not... Oh, we said it's not mono black.
Yeah.
You know what? I won't dive into that. It's monocolored. It's green. Trigger.
Triggered ability? Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is, does have a triggered ability.
Let's see. Power toughness over 4 bacillus. Oh no, you were just talking before. Let's see, what do we got?
Uh-huh.
Casting cost over 5. No.
What is the casting cost? Oh. Today I learned.
Obstinate Baloth. No. Courser. No.
Ooh, nice.
Ewit. No.
Nice. Ewit does not combine to be
Woodfall
greater than 4,
Primus.
though.
No. Devoted Druid. No, that card's awful. Don't play it.
Now I've got 5 more questions. I would start making sure, like, I would make sure that I knew something about the card before I started guessing cards.
You know that it is green.
You know, it's a
With
green
a-
creature with a triggered ability.
Yeah, with a converted mana cost of less than 5.
Oh, and a combined power and toughness of greater than 4.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Happens. Oh, everything happens.
Let's see. What do you got?
What you got? Is an elf. Yes! That's a great question. Frankly, I don't really know how many elves have that. Is its power greater than 2?
No.
Now the questions are
Is it
getting
a common?
spicy.
Yes.
Ooh, I think we might actually get this in time.
Require multiple green to cast? No.
Let's see here. Devotion. Greater than 1? New. Destus. That does not have a power and toughness combined of greater than 4.
You guys have one question. What you got?
One more.
Missouri? No.
Remember that this is a creature that has power.
Ah! There it is.
Did we get it?
Bryce got it.
Oh, of course Bryce got it. Of course he did. It is, in fact, the Jiraga Bard. The 4-mana 1/4. It was such an interesting question of combined more than 4.
I know. We're like,
Yes.
yeah.
Power more than 2? No. Oh yeah, they were balancing on that one,
Mhm.
circling it. But yeah, there were a lot of not possible guesses there, based on the questions. But that's okay. I think people saw devotion not greater than 1, that it was a common, and then its power was not greater than 2, and just went for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of where it was. Maybe we should start making this 10 questions.
Maybe.
Because, like, by the time you get to the 19th question, usually we see people forget the first 10.
Yeah. Does that mean Bryce joins the wall of Edge Champions?
Oh no, my phone died, remember? So I actually lost the wall.
Oh, wall doesn't exist. There is no wall.
Which is actually kind of sad. I feel bad about it. But, like,
But we got your phone back.
no. Pretty.
I was there.
I know. I know. I know.
Good hustle, team.
Wall out. Maybe 13 questions. 13 might be. Oh, you'll always have those 5 entries. Brock Rockington.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
Do you run a
for
gym in
that.
Computer City? I assume that's Brock's last name is Rockington.
It has to be Rockington. My goodness. That sounds awesome. You thought the wall was a thing? The wall was a thing. Well,
It
it
was a-
wasn't a wall. It wasn't a wall.
I'm gonna go get a match.
No, we should make the wall a physical object. I don't know, let's head on up. I'll see you there. I'll tell you what. Thank you, Troy. Thank you. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to do a pre-release. It's been a goal of mine, and I get to fulfill that goal, and I get to do it with awesome people and do awesome things, and oh, I'm so very excited, Troy. So thank you. You are a rock star in every possible way. Let's see here. That one guy? No. The Jackopup. I have 0 space for a corkboard in here. However, if I get a new stream room, then I will absolutely see if I can make a Wall of Edge Champions for it. Like, suppose, are you a rockstar too? Absolutely, you're a rockstar. In fact, I tried buying your album the other day, but it turns out it's in fact too exclusive to buy, and I in fact had to have been at the concert, and I missed it because I didn't know the password. So I did not get it. I did not get your album. Any loot from that prize wall? Yes! The store pooled our tickets, which basically means Dylan and I pooled our tickets, which means that basically Dylan used his tickets and then I finished it out to buy a giant Progenitus for the store. So now the store's got a big old Progenitus.
I got us a non-blue steel match.
Really?
Yeah. Facing the wall is Nathan.
Really?
Yes.
You actually, like...
I checked.
Okay.
And it is Logan on the wall. Nathan is on Green White Tron.
Awesome. Not so good against elves.
That's fine. Logan is on Dredge.
Is he?
Yes.
Huh. Not so good against Dredge either. Where can you find a picture of said giant Progenitus? On my
Facebook.
Twitter, Geek Fortress's Twitter, Facebook. Magic the Seattling Facebook.
Yep.
A couple places. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Red Steel? Oh, I should build Red Steel! Z activated text to speech. See, that had to have gone wrong. I know his. I've been in his stream when he tries stuff like that. His chat doesn't go by the same family friendliness as we do.
No.
Let's head on down, have some fun. We'll see you there. Have you ever tried typing random gibberish into a text to word?
I have. It's pretty hilarious.
Just starts like spouting random nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that would give. I bet that would
Ooh,
give Z a chuckle.
Snarkabima in the opening hand. That's not the best.
You know what? Let's make that the card. It's a good art.
It is.
Okay. We just need. Oh yeah.
What is that aftermath card in his hand?
A Jacobin. We need a Jacobin Piano Necti. Man, I can't say anything
What are you
right now.
saying?
I don't know.
I think we broke TJ. Reset his speech here.
I'm just gonna go ahead and be an elk for a bit. So we are getting ready for this match. What's up, Bus? How you do? I'm glad that you made it home after your rough weekend. That's Bus. The one who had a rough weekend. Anyway,
Did we meet Bus?
yeah,
Okay.
at the dinner. He's the one who had the friend at EDC. You may not have been
Oh,
there.
yes.
Yeah, okay, you got there.
Hi, Bus.
Let's see. Kids made you cry? Oh, wait, hold on. That sounds sad. Let's keep reading. And got me a volcanic island? Sounds happy. Then cleared the table off to play Commander with you? Okay, that is a happy story. That sounds delightful. Yay! Aman Haran.
Copperline Gorge into Faithless Looting.
Pretty good start.
Classic Dredge opener right here.
Seriously classic.
What does he pitch here?
It looks like he wants to pitch a Bloodghast and no Dredgers. Is this double Bloodghast? Oh,
Isn't
no.
that Golgari Thug? He has a Bloodghast.
No, he has got a
what's he
Dagmar Salvage and a Prized Amalgam.
Ooh, bummer.
He is going to be hoping for quite a dredge. Do you think he can do it? Actually, he doesn't even have a land. He might just take the draw. I don't think he's got a second land. I think he's got
Tower?
a little bit.
Star.
Oh, but he doesn't have an instant neonate. He'll probably dredge.
Dredge 2.
Yep, because he's able to get the second land here off of that Dagmar Salvage.
Mm-hmm.
So then he can actually, because he has the instant neonate, he's not just wasting his turn by making that his game plan. I hate that that quote was even number 42. That's the real problem. Ooh. Pitching an Ancestral Hug, picking up a little bit, and we are going to play the land, get back the Bloodghast after discarding that.
Dredging
Or
is so
dredging
fast, it's annoying.
I know, but now he's got 2 Prized Amalgams and a Bloodghast, no haste on it, 20 life for both players, and we are looking at potentially Natural Tron next turn, popping this one, probably for a green mana, looking for an Ancient Stirrings. Can we find the
If he
last
has turn
piece
3
of
card,
Tron?
he is not dead.
If he has a turn, turn 4 Oblivion Stone's not too shabby either.
I mean, I have lost
Turn
to
4.
Dredge with a turn 2, Emrakul.
Yep. This
That was a bummer.
This relic a little bit less effective than it could be.
It's a little late to the party here.
Well, I mean, there's no dredgers in the graveyard, which is actually pretty good. But I think what Nathan is really looking to do is probably... You probably got to path at least one of these just to start hoping for the best. And then...
Did Logan draw for turn? He didn't. Okay, here it is.
I think he's
I was
doing
trying to
that.
figure out what he's...
Yeah. This might have been upkeep.
He's just not used to drawing.
I think it's upkeep so that he can discard the life from the loam.
Gotcha.
Because if he does that, then he's able to dredge that instead of draw. I missed the follow that we just saw because I was looking at the graveyard. Thank you so much for whoever that was. But yeah, we are seeing the dredge. So that was an upkeep activation of the Haunted Dead. I like that play. Gets a dredger in the yard. Was able to fight the relic. Wasn't that effective. Alright. Post Post board, this is going to look real good for Nathan.
Yes.
Um,
Just gets rest in peace.
having
doesn't it?
having a white sideboard is pretty not bad. Rest in peace is a little bit interesting because overall it's pretty positive. It does make your Wormcoil engines and some of your baubles a little bit worse.
Why?
One of them is when it's put into the graveyard from play, I think. And yes, and then obviously Wormcoil engine never dies, but against a deck like Dredge, I'm probably willing to sacrifice that.
Yeah. To turn off their entire game plan, I'll do that.
Yep. That's usually worth it to me.
Let's see.
We did not have the Tron by the look of it.
He's digging right now. Let's
Yeah,
see.
and actually, I think maybe I would have done that with my two Tron lands,
Mhm.
because if you draw the third piece right now, you probably wanted that. But it could just be that the game plan was never to do that. Maybe it's even in hand right now, or if you do draw it, what you're really looking to do is survive and then minus an Ugin.
Yeah.
Because if you can do that, then
Ugin
you
is
can
your out
start
right
jamming.
now.
And with no Conflagrate in the graveyard at the moment, you feel a little bit safe. There is a
Who's
Scourge
that with
Devil,
black
however.
text?
Hmm?
Who are in the chat with black text? Sorry.
That is MTG Bot.
Ah.
Yep. Not sure what this clip is. Oh, I'm just gonna be an elk now.
Gotcha.
You can go ahead and say stuff. I'm an elk.
All right. Elks don't talk. So Logan is going to. What on earth? is
Scourge
it?
Devil.
Scourge Devil. That'll do.
Said someone.
Set an elk. All right. So Scourge Devil up, and that's.
That's enough.
basically- Nope. He exiled the graveyard with the
Thought he was
relic.
skipping.
I thought he was done. I was like, okay. Whatever. Alright. And he's gonna get in there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Can you pop Relic in response to activating Unearth?
Yes. Because it's a activated ability of the card.
That's probably true. It doesn't. It's not like Flashback where it exiles as part of the cost. Yeah, you're right.
Nope, it is.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
Mhm.
I'm wrong. I hesitated for a moment because I'm an elk and I got an elk brain.
Nathan is looking for a Tron land and Ugin to come down right now because that is his out this game. He's not necessarily dead next turn, but he is. He's just straight up dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
If he doesn't have a.
Oh, he's at 2. Yeah, life total wasn't updated, so I didn't know. Come on, Elk. Update life totals. Yeah, Nathan needs something.
Ugin or bust. Not even. You can't even do it with a. Selling the bit.
What is he doing? I don't know what just happened, but there's now lands in the graveyard.
There are lands in the graveyard. I'm perplexed. I'm perplexed.
If you at home understand what's happening, please feel free.
Is there a ghost court underneath that?
Oh, he might have ghost courted his own land to try to go get another land?
Oh no, I looked at chat, but I think there's a ghost quarter underneath that.
Huh. Yes, TJ does a good elk impression. And that's
Do
game
I?
1 goes to Logan.
Thank you. All right, Logan takes game 1. I got distracted by being an elk. That's
He
totally
did.
on me. That's totally on me.
So Nathan is hopefully going to bring in some rest in pieces.
Oh, he tried to ghost quarter for a Tron piece.
Can't do that.
That would be good.
Yeah, Ghost Quarter is a crop rotation. Did you know that?
I would play that.
A
I would play that in a lot of
A
stuff.
land that also crop rotated?
I would play it in Affinity.
Oh, yeah.
Might play it in Burn. But I might. It would also be a lot worse to use on your opponent.
Yeah. Go get any land?
Tron? Oh yeah, well I'll ghost quarter you. Tron?
Huh. Well played.
Ineffective.
Running multiple copies of the same land.
Got me. I'm toast.
Who would do such a thing?
You fool! Ah, the world's a tricky place, isn't it?
So I think those are just rest in pieces coming in for Nathan.
Likely.
Anything
Might
else?
be
that
bring. Timely reinforcements might be worth bringing in because it just floods.
Does he want
clogs up the
cages
board.
too?
Cages are certainly a possibility in a colorless deck. Or a green-white deck.
I mean, they're a possibility in any deck
Yeah.
because they cost 1.
You
Of
might
any.
bring in Thragtusk because it's an aggro matchup and it beats everything that's on the board.
It doesn't beat everything on the board. It ties a lot of the stuff on the board.
And then you gain 5 life and get a 3/3.
Yeah, which also ties things on the board.
Okay. Okay. I like your card evaluation.
I'm just looking at that's an X3. It's gonna die to prize mountains.
Yep. Oh, jeez. TJ might have Outbrain forever now?
That's entirely plausible.
Yes, now I do. Didn't before. I like this. I like this background. We should keep this background for a bit. It's a good one.
This isn't Tarmogoyf. It's just the corner of Tarmogoyf.
It's my favorite. This is a good time going fight, though. Looks like we're bringing in some Ghost Quarters out of the sideboard by the look of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of neat. Lands and sideboards. Boards I'm never a fan of, but you know what? I can appreciate them.
I mean, of any of the decks, this is the one that it probably would be best in
Yeah.
because it.
And I think that's a Nature's Claim, probably to hit some Oblivion Stones, things like that. Which seems pretty reasonable to me.
Or, rest in peace.
It also hits Rest in Peace, which is a pretty good card. It also hits the main deck Relics.
Yeah.
It's got all kinds of good. Very little bad. Lots of things.
People who. What do you mean? Future Sight Ghosts are the best ghosts.
Personally, I like the new art.
Yeah, but I own Future Sight Ghosts, so they're the best ghosts.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Okay.
At least to me.
You're talking to the wrong person about saying that. Like, do you know what my favorite Goyf is?
Dorgoyf?
Nope, the one that is functionally playable and in my deck. Don't really care.
That's why I like the Future Sight ones, because I own them.
Yep. I am the wrong person to ask when it comes. What a great quote by Coleman.
Break down the numbers. They're still numbers.
Oh, man.
Is he pert happily?
Goblin Guy, it's good to see ya.
Coleman is really pert happily in disguise.
Oh, yeah. It's a great one. It is a great one. Goblin Guy, it's good to see you. Welcome back. We missed you. We missed everybody. Thank you all. It's a pleasure having you here. Y'all are great. Y'all are just the best.
See if anyone's got some spicy stuff in their opening hand. What do we got? Conflagrate, some lands, other various things. That is my evaluation of Logan's hand.
K-Cynics, it was just a 1 second timeout. It's mostly just to clear it, since we like to be family friendly here. I play red, so no Goyfs are functionally playable in my deck. That's not true.
There is a red Lurgoyf.
Jurassic War Machine! Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. You are a rock star. I like dinosaurs, and I like War Machine,
Jurassic
the
War
X-Men.
Machine.
So,
War Machine is Iron Man.
yep. Well, it's not Iron Man, but yeah, you're right.
Well,
Yeah. So we've got a Conflagrate, and we have got... Ooh, we've got turn 3 Tron. We're looking pretty solid.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Tron into Ugin.
But we do have an Ancestral Hug to counter it? We do.
Eugene is always good.
Ancestral Hug, also not bad. We're going to go down to 15 for this lofty cost of what we're about to do. Is it worth it? Probably. Looks like Nathan might just be shortcutting, saying,
Yeah.
I'm
While you're
I'm
doing
going
all
to
your
be doing
stuff.
this.
Goblin Guy.
Goblin Guy! Thank you so much! 4 months in a row. You are the best, because goblins are great. And you're also a cool guy. And I met you once. Gave you a hug, I think.
So
I
we
don't
had
think
an
you were
LA.
prepared for it, if I remember correctly.
No one's ever prepared.
Sorry about that.
He's a hugger.
I'm a hugger. My bad. But it was fun. It was nice meeting you. And
Flashing this back.
that is an aggressive.
Okay.
Pitching it for 4, jamming for 4, getting some of these in. A little bit surprised to see this happening before the Ancestral Hug.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
aggressive.
Tron is on.
Tron is active.
I like... Really, either of the Planeswalkers right now is pretty good.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's also pretty good against a Nature's Claim.
Yeah.
In fact, it's just a good card right now. However, Life of the Loam looks pretty live. We've got an Ancestral Vision, or I'm sorry, well, basically,
Ancestral Vision.
Cathartic Reunion firing off, and we are going to mill right over both of our Nature's Claims. That's a good way to kick things off.
Going well.
No more dredgers
And he
to be
drew.
seen. Well, he ran out of dredge.
Draw Narcomoeba.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Logan just lost. And I don't think it was at all close this time. That might have been the worst dredge I've ever seen.
Ah, gotcha.
Wow. Oh my god.
That was pretty funny.
Oh, jeez. I love watching Dredge fail, though. So, we're going to get hit down to 9. For a mechanic that's supposed to be wildly inconsistent, it's kind of nice when it actually is. Like...
And Eugene has come to play.
Wow!
I think Logan just gave up on
That's
that
a
one.
game 2. What a game 2. Alright, let's see how game 3 can go. Logan will be on the play, and I
Maybe.
think he's got higher hopes than that.
See how many Narcomoebas he can draw.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, some fair and balanced turn 4 8 drops.
That was bonkers. That was just bonkers. But man, watching Dredge not do exactly what it always does, despite the fact that theoretically it should do it less often, even though it's not actually theoretically true because it's built that way. But you know what I mean.
I know.
Watching it do that, that's how they thought Dredge was fair. That exact situation. They were
Then
probably like, what
printed
if,
other cards.
what if people just want their Life in the Loam back? That's a fair card. But still, that's a fair card. You know? And I've
In
never
what way
seen
did they think Golgari Grave Troll was ever fair?
cost 4. That's a lofty. It's a 0/0. What are you talking about? Card could have been a -10, -10. It still would have been busted.
I know.
Still, that looked fair.
The worst part is when you watch a Dredge player have to resort to killing people with the Grave Troll, and the person at their end is like, "What? That attacks?"
Yeah, watching a Golgari Grave Troll attack is a special experience. So we're gonna go for a Stomping Ground, activate it, and we're gonna cast another Conflagrate. Logan kicking things off just like last time, but this time, not too great.
You're gonna be aggressive, be aggressive.
I do think that is the case. I think he's been watching a lot of Jerry Seinfeld failed movies, and I think he's taken a lot of inspiration from that.
Ah, that's fair.
Yeah. We do another land in hand. We've got some Stinkweed Imp. We've got Bloodghast. Do you think we can get another Dredger in that first 5 for Logan? Or
I mean,
really first 6 because you want to draw one?
Theoretically, yes.
I do love theory.
Stinkweed Imp. Seems decent.
Did he draw another one?
Yeah.
That does look a lot better. Pitching 2 Stinkweed Imps does make me believe that he's likely to get a third one. And doing that on turn, the problem is that then he isn't discarding any of his prized amalgams,
Yeah.
which
Kind of behind right now. Which is weird to think about if you look
Logan?
at it. Yeah.
Logan's
Well,
not
he's
where
behind where his game plan wants to be.
he's not where he wants to be.
Because he also
right now.
has the Narcomoeba in his hand.
and a
Which is,
Bloodghast in hand, so he's got to spit some fire
did he
here.
play?
No, that's just first stretch.
Okay.
All right, so we do have an active Narcomoeba. Wow.
Prized Amalgam 2. Narcomoeba.
All things considered, that was terrible. If you're gonna dredge 13 cards, getting 2 Narcomoebas and a prized amalgam out of it for your trouble is a miss.
Yeah.
It's below. It's not par for the course. That was not where Logan went. I think he was looking to be a little bit hotter than that. But he does have a Bloodghast in there. Which will at least be somewhat relevant. Nathan in a decent spot. If there's a Rest in Peace in hand, then it just comes down to answering the 5 damage.
Yeah.
Which, you know, you only have 4 turns to do it, but it's a lot better than having to beat everything else that's going on.
Yeah. For green, I think.
Interesting. We do have another bauble in hand, so maybe we're just going to try and fire that off. Are we missing on lands?
No.
I hope not. Did you keep a 1-lander with hate?
How do you feel about that, TJ?
I feel pretty...
He did keep a 1-lander with hate.
Well then. That's... I think I probably would have played the Relic turn 1 in that case.
Yeah.
Unless he drew that off of the star. In which case, then why keep the hand? I'm perplexed. I'm perplexed by this one.
Yeah, turn 1 Relic against Dredge is basically his only out.
And it at least means that he can pop it this turn, but
Yeah.
it still doesn't look good.
I mean, he could have exiled something, too.
It's not done, but it's pretty close. This is not going well for Logan. Is this just that he can drop the land and get 2 of them back? Yep, looks to be the case. Dealt the 1 damage too.
I like it. This is not a land, this is game over.
I have
over,
done that,
man.
Elsbeth Knight Errant. I have tried the 1-lander with 3 relics in hand. You're like, I'll probably draw a land out of this. Probably.
I mean, I always draw lands, so...
Oh no. Oh. That's pretty good.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. I know, but I always fall for that trap.
It's a trap.
I've got no Akbar in my life.
But what if I'm really good at drawing lands?
You're very good at it. You can keep 1-landers all day.
Yes, I have.
Dano, we're located in Snohomish, Washington, the beautiful Pacific Northwest of the U.S. It's wonderful.
North of Seattle.
Yes, absolutely. It is wonderful. Okay. We can't resist. I know! It's such a perfect hand until it isn't. So we're at 14. We've got 2 Bloodghasts. We've got 9 damage on the field. Nathan is running low on time. And what we're doing on our turn is popping the Relic, drawing a card, and passing it back.
Oh, goodness.
USMNT, long time no see. I've missed you. I've missed everybody in this chat. It's good to have you all here. Welcome back. And if you haven't yet, if you haven't heard the exciting news, ask me about it, and I'll tell you as soon as this game is done. I've got such exciting news. I'm so excited that I can't hardly hide it.
He's about to lose control.
I think I like it. Oh. What can Nathan do? Discard at cleanup.
Oh, goodness.
Hooray!
Here comes a swing for 9.
So Nathan could theoretically be actually a 3-color deck. And top deck a Super Pyroclasm.
You mean Anger of the Gods?
I do.
2
Maybe
Spirit
some-
Guides, Anger.
Oh, nice.
Gotcha.
That's a good one. Maybe that way you don't even need to actually run it. It's been a whole 4 days. Oh, that's true. We saw you in Vegas. Has it been 4 days? My goodness. Sorry, time's been blurring together.
All of Vegas just like mushed together in my brain.
Mushed. And apparently Logan extending into this board. I don't think he'll be punished
I
for it.
mean,
But
double
he's
Spirit
extending.
Guide Anger coming off the top here.
If it happens, Logan's going to get pretty punished. And we're going to play a Sphere. Do you think Logan will fear the Sphere?
No.
What's my favorite Magic-related thing to happen
Oh,
in
he'll
Vegas?
tell you with his news.
There was a lot, but like the news is pretty exciting for me. But
News of the
probably
world.
if I can lump several events together, then meeting all the people that I did. If I can go for one singular event, I'll tell you at the end of this transition up to the booth.
I prefer Huey Lewis over the news if I have to pick one of the 2.
I don't think you have to. I think it's a package deal.
I can get Huey Lewis and the news?
Absolutely.
Oh.
I know. Logan takes this one in 3 against Dredge. Nathan. One land's not going to get there.
No.
Did not, will not, can't stop, won't stop. And that's the way the cookie crumbled.
It's true.
Any other thoughts on that matchup?
Bummer.
See you up there. Hello everybody, welcome to Geek Fortress. We're doing a stream here. We've got 4 rounds of Modern. We're in round 3 right now. We're going to try and get some more magic. I'm joined by Eric. My name's TJ, and guess what? I've got news. I am going to be in the Hour of Devastation Loading Ready Run pre-release. Yay! Yeah! Feline Longmore! Thank you so much for that host. Thank you. You are great. Another member of the Rogues Gallery. But my goodness gracious, golly gee willikers. I'm so excited about it that I just can't handle it.
Jinkies and such.
And I'm basically an entire Scooby-Doo episode, but when I was younger, and it was exciting.
I mean, it's still exciting. When do you see Batman and the Harlem Globetrotters team up with the dog to solve crime?
You've got me there. Still exciting. Good point. But thanks, Dylan. I'm hippity hyped.
You say you're hip hype, a hippie to the hip hype?
Okay, keep on going if you can.
I couldn't do a hype. I can do the original. I can't do the actual, like, to hype.
Well, we'll talk about some other stuff, but I'll tell you what, if there's enough of an outcry in chat for you to start singing that song, we'll do it.
No.
No? You're not going to? You're on the spot and now you're going to back down?
Yeah.
Okay, that's reasonable. We'll see if we can get them to peer pressure you into it anyway. But anything else looking out there for round 3?
There are only 2 matches still going.
Really?
In games, so I'll check back in a couple minutes. But
is it WotC that funds the pre-release? Good question.
I don't know.
It's either them or Loading Ready Run. One of the two. I think it's a
Run
partnership
is
kind of
funded
thing.
by WotC for a lot of
For
stuff.
that, yeah, so it's somewhere. Sombrero Danger Kitty. Hey, thanks so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. It's Chris. Oh, hi, Chris. Oh, isn't Dylan there? Yes. So he might be on his mobile device. I don't know. Thanks, Bus. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. I'm just excited about it. I'm going to go to Canada.
Again.
I'm going to, again, I'm going to speak Canadian. English, as it turns out. So
the A.
You're just spelling Canada.
No, see, I'm sure everyone's heard the joke, but I'm going to tell it.
Nope, we'll move on past it. What deck are you most excited about in Modern right now?
Me?
Yeah?
Blue Steel.
Really?
The name is epic.
Because you named it?
Yeah.
That is a good one. I mean, it's quite a treat to do that. So, I do like that you got the opportunity to name it. There were certainly some close ones in that one, but I think you came to a good conclusion. And it came to one of the greatest primers that I've ever read in my life. So, that's excellent. Let's see here. Color or color? I would spell it C-O-L-O-R, personally.
There's no U in color in the U.S.
Yes. That is true. Has anyone done an Altar of Gaddock Tej? No one has. Though it has been called that card. Mostly Mason was the one who first started calling it Gaddock Tej, actually. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. I'm excited to be a part of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to build a deck. I'm going to try my absolute best not to force mono red so that I can actually put on a bit of a show.
He's going to force mono red. We all know it.
I'm going to do my absolute best not to force mono red.
It'll be red something. Like, it'll have red in it. We all know this.
But I'm going to do my absolute best not to force mono red. What's up, Boot? How you doing? I missed you this week. My goodness. Yeah, everything's great. Everything is great and exciting and all kinds of awesome. And Boot to the head. Ooh.
I'm okay.
That's funny. He thinks your name's TJ. That's
Sweet.
interesting. Thanks, Boot, for the sub. Super nice of you, and thanks for saying I'm alright. I like to think so myself.
Manny.
A43. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. I'm still curious. We didn't get an answer before, by the way, but But thank you, and if anybody is full, is this the first stream since the GP? It is. It is.
TJ, what are you talking about that you're forcing Red in?
I'm gonna be in the pre-release.
With Loading Ready Run.
Yeah, that one.
He's going to get to play against some people who are going to beat him.
Marshall. He's pretty good.
He's not good at limited, it's fine.
I'm great at limited. If by limited you mean I have to be limited in my capacity,
Yeah.
I'm really good at that. I'm really excellent at that. But this is the first stream, but we're getting so many follows, and I just got to ask again. I didn't see an answer before, and maybe some of you new followers are still out and about,
I'm gonna go
floating
check
around. Maybe you're hitting follow before
the
you
floor.
leave. Maybe you're hitting follow right when you get here. But if you're still in here, if you're one of those brand new followers, I do appreciate each and every single one of you for watching. This stream is something that I truly, absolutely love to do. It's a reason why I'm in here all the time, and why I stream from home. You as a community is absolutely incredible and awe-inspiring. I almost knocked out Eric, but thank you so very much. And if any of you are brand new,
tried to
let
kill
me
me.
know. How did you find this stream? Because there's a lot of followers today, so I'm curious. Or if it's just a slow night and everybody's just kind of trickling in here.
Or
truly
if
don't
because
know.
it's Wednesday, you're just always looking for some sweet magic action.
That is true. It is
And
Wednesday.
You saw
my
these
dudes.
faces on the magic page, and you're like, that guy
That's a face.
has a face.
That's It's because people were advertising at the GP. What do you mean people were advertising at the
We
GP?
advertised at the GP.
I don't think we advertised at the
So
GP.
I thought you all might want to hear this.
I probably.
Here's Coleman.
Are you involved?
No.
Oh, then yeah, probably.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
So there was one of the games that just finished. There was a con that exiled an Omniscience
And then restarted the game.
and then restarted the game.
No. Who's playing? Wait, hold on. I've got questions somewhere.
Yep.
Sounds.
Why is there an omniscience in?
It was not in play. It was exiled from the hand.
No, but why?
One look.
Oh my goodness. Who's running omniscience?
Well, the answer is very unexpected. It's Tristan.
It's Tristan.
It's Tristan.
What is he running omniscience in?
He unexpected results.
Bring the lights,
Oh,
unexpected results.
nice.
Yep.
Sounds like a deck that Bryce tried to make good and standard once.
Did
Yeah.
you really, Chris?
I figured you guys would want to hear that, so. Also, we're waiting on 2 matches. So.
Yeah. Also, that may have actually been a link, Chris. So we might have to give you a 1 second timeout just to get that out of the chat history. That may be an actual link. I honestly don't know, and I don't want to click it and find out.
We'll let Doro do the investigating there.
Not me. Not me.
We don't need no viruses on
I
this
don't need it
computer.
on this computer. Mostly it's Dylan's first of all. That's like the first strike. Second of all, we're
So, I
streaming
mean, there's
right now.
probably viruses.
Maybe. I don't know. The world is my mind is an enigma. That's the way that it goes. It's not. Pretty straightforward. Be hype. That's what
Inner
happens.
machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Alright.
Press F for Dark Life?
Yeah, their name is Dark Goyf Mystic.
Hmm.
Yep.
TJ, why were you measuring your head in water bottles as units?
Someone asked me what my hat size is.
Now I want to know if they actually used water bottles to measure the hat they were getting.
I got a hat in the mail.
Did it fit?
Yeah. It did.
They were like, all right, 1, 2, 3. That'll fit his
That's
head.
the hat. That's the one we need. That's exactly how it went down. It worked.
I mean,
It got the job done.
Any-
Sorry, I just realized something.
uh-oh.
I just remembered. Do you remember what's happening this Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday here, it is the first ever Geek Fortress Modern 1K tournament, true 1K, dropping down 1K in prizes to the player base. We are going to be rocking and rolling with that modern format, watching the players throw it all down onto the table, hoping that they don't leave those chips, and following the wise words of Kenny Rogers as they fight forward to get into the finals, to earn that top prize and feel the pride of their nation surrounding them and enveloping them in a cocoon of adulthood, unless of course they are a child, in which case an adult a cocoon of pre-adulthood. It's going to be amazing, fantastic, and we're going to be bringing you all the action here from the booth. This Sunday.
I have to work.
That might have been my best promo ever.
My face was like this the whole time.
It might have been my best promo ever. I feel like I've got I've got a career in wrestling ahead of me. All I need to do is weigh about twice as much while having the same build.
See, boss knows what's up.
What did TJ just say? That means that this Sunday there is going to be a Modern 1K. $1,000 in prizes going to the player base who show up. It is going to be amazing in Hype City. That's right. You may call it Snohomish, but the true destination is Hype City in your hearts, your minds, and of course in our very eyes as we get to see it through the video scope that we call Twitch.
There's a 1K on Sunday, and we're going to be broadcasting it. There'll be a bunch of people here playing Modern. You all should watch.
It's going to be a blast. Thanks for TLDRing that one for me.
No problem. They were listening for a while, but if they were like me, they just kind of glazed over and came back to, what?
But my Hype City was definitely there. Where are you, Tenebre? And...
Are you in Snohomish? Walk on down the road.
And Dom, you are featured view of the day. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for using your eyes, ears, head, shoulders, knees, and toes to be a part of this stream with your thoughts and your encouragement. I love it. I like it. And I can no longer rhyme very productively with this one. Thanks for being our featured view of the day.
Thanks, Don. You're awesome.
Yeah. Man, you are the TLDR master.
I mean, I figure if you ramble, I'll TLDR it.
What time is the 1K on Sunday?
Hold on. Dylan just left. I'll get it for you in a second.
Wonderful. Well,
As far as I know, it's 12 o'clock.
I believe it is 12 o'clock, but I wasn't sure if that was players meeting at 12 or right.
First round.
Right.
Anyway, so I've got a game 3 for you.
Ooh.
You've got Jackson on the wall.
Okay. So who's facing the wall?
Eric, E-R-I-C.
Poor spelling.
Well, you're sitting next to TJ. He's on Bant Eldrazi.
Oh, no.
And,
why?
well, it's literally the last match of Mermaid. And I figured you guys
It's
would
gonna
want
be.
to see Lantern more than nothing.
Yes.
Because it's literally the last thing left. So,
Okay. I love it. This is great. It's been a while since we featured Lantern Control. It is the Elsic night.
it
here.
really is. Also, I lost to him earlier, so clearly in the battle of the Elsic decks, Lantern is superior.
All right, let's head on down, have some fun. We'll see you there. All right, we're getting ready for Game 3, Lantern Control versus Bant Eldrazi. You gotta think Ensnaring Bridge is gonna be a house in this one.
Yes.
I'm super excited about this. Here in Seattle, we'll definitely come up and hang out with us all the time. All the time. It's
Come
gonna be
say
great.
hey.
We do Modern every Wednesday at 7 and Saturday at 6. You can join our stream, of course, both of those days. But plus, if you like Legacy, you can join us on those Fridays at 7:30. That's right, 3 streams a week. Plus, keep your ears open to the ground or wherever it is that you like to keep them to hear things, because we are currently investigating the possibility of bringing back some of those sweet standard streams now that the format isn't trash.
By the way, 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock is when we will be beginning the Sunday stream of the Modern 1K. That's right, not only do we stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, this Sunday we will be rockin', rollin', tippin', and towing our way through the battlefield of victory, avoiding those landmines that we call bad matchups, and working our way to the finals through the top 8, and taking a shot at those prizes that only we can claim if we win, because they are in fact based on competitive results.
Thanks, Purd.
What?
So thanks, Purd.
I don't know what you just said.
Purd Hapley from Parks and Rec.
Oh.
The story of this story. The story of this dance is it's called The Worm.
Yes.
So, if you're Eric, if you don't have a turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer, you mulligan the hand in this matchup.
Turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer is good.
Turn 3 is too late.
There's a lantern. There's been someone who's been
his shirt
designing.
says lantern on it.
There's been someone designing a bunch of shirts for each different deck. Building problems. So there's like a burn one and an elves one and all kinds of stuff. They've been posting them on Reddit.
Alright, so.
We do have a turn 1 lantern. We've got an Ancient Stirrings, which is a pretty good cantrip. We'll see what we can put. That's a lot of land, though. Oh, but we do have a Codex Shredder. This Ancient Stirrings has to find the
Ooh.
more land. That actually makes the bridge pretty bad, too. And a ley line on top, not going to be able to cast that for some time.
I'm going to have him move his deck down here in a second if he doesn't.
A bridge is going to be pretty rough. We might want to move that deck a little bit more within range of the camera site, since that's going to matter a lot for us. Jeskai Bach, it was incredible getting to meet you. I like meeting people.
He probably doesn't have turn 2 Thought Knot, or he would have probably slammed it down.
Probably, especially...
With a ley line right on top.
Yep. But we probably want that. Coleman, if you're out there and listening, could you move that deck onto the camera? Anywhere above the word Ortress would be great by us. Probably preferably before Retress. We do have another lane coming down. We're activating our green mana. Do we have Ancient Strings on both sides? No.
E on
1. Okay, that's not bad, actually. That is not bad at all. Yeah, we might just need to go out and move. Oh.
Good hustle, Coleman, but a little more.
You were very close, Coleman. There
you
we go.
That'll do.
You nailed it. Appreciate.
Floor Reporter Coleman.
Floor Reporter Coleman with the ears in the sky.
Rest in peace.
Wow. Double follow, shutting down Academy Runes with this Rest in Peace. That's a lot of hate for one hand.
I like it.
Jackson doesn't have a whole lot of answers and now doesn't really want to play out this Codex Shredder.
No.
Can't, like, Ancient Strings isn't going to find you what you're actually looking for, which is something like an Ancient Grudge. Or, I'm sorry, Natural.
Natural Eye.
Thank you. No. Dang
You know
it.
what I mean. Natural something.
Natural Order. No, hold on.
No, Natural Order is an Elves card.
You know, Nature's Claim.
That one.
Nailed it.
We stuck the landing.
We're good. Nightblade.
Nightblade.
184. Thanks for pushing that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. My goodness. For a moment there, we completely forgot who we were, where we were, and everything about the past, the future, and the present. Luckily, I've got a gift for you. It's time. I don't really know where I was going with that one.
I don't know either.
That's okay.
You're
Nightblade,
on it.
welcome. It's a pleasure having you here. You are a rock star. Let's see what we can.
Stony Silence.
Seems real narrow. What do we got here?
I like the Stony Silence on top of the deck with a explosives on one.
Yeah.
Is he gonna make the classic mistake of playing your Stony Silence with explosives still out? I've seen it happen. I saw Bryce do it once.
Well, the problem is that he's likely not going to draw the Stony Silence. You see, there's a Codex Shredder on the battlefield.
There is.
And if he wants to activate it any other times in this matchup, he's going to have to go for it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe if Eric puts down has some sort of instant speed draw engine. Maybe he's running one of Street Wraith because he's saucy.
This is not Hit Bears.
Nope. This is Bantel Eldrazi just rocking and rolling.
This cavern over here is on human.
Actually, the Eldrazi, or the, like, flying 2-1 is pretty solid here.
Yeah.
This is, like, as far as Bantel Eldrazi goes, crushing it right now. Still not activating the engineering. Oh, we are going to go for it now. Remember that we are going to have to lose the Noble Hierarch for this. So there is a cost being paid. But that is sacrificed. Jackson needs to decide, am I prepared? Yep. I mean, you don't want this to the sense. You're losing these cards, but you want to be able to draw the right card. I think Jackson was debating whether or not to hit Eric or himself, but I think you have to get rid of that.
Yeah.
We are going to see the last card. It's a cavern. And we are going to lose these for Goodzo.
For Wenzo?
Nauzo.
Ah.
Yep.
Venzo?
Hooray. You were on 30 minutes of sleep that day? What day?
The day where he he played Stony Silence with a engineering explosive sitting on the battlefield.
Oh, yes.
It's awkward for everyone. His
This-
opponent's like, huh.
The This makes me uncomfortable. Please stop. So we have got lands. We have got lands. And we've got bridge.
Bridge doesn't really do a lot right now.
Weirdly enough, the bridge might still be enough. Depending on what Jackson ends up drawing, our Collective Brutality single-handedly just done.
Yeah.
Drops it in. So Jackson isn't quite done, actually. Eric might have some options for taking down the artifact, but currently doesn't. And it is going to be a little bit tricky to actually get that in.
Another
Which is
Sky
surprising.
Spawner is decent.
Low power creature is great.
I'd probably keep the...
That's another bridge. We can now cast the Leyline, which actually does stop Thought-Knots here.
Yeah, so it's worth it.
Probably. And it means that if you draw a 1-mana spell, you can drop down a land and play the Ensnaring Bridge, and actually be able to get your hand down to 1 next turn.
Which stops the Sky Spawners. Which is
Exactly.
weird. I feel like the bridge should function.
Not hit flyers?
Yeah,
Well, it's not a moat,
it should be.
but we took a Sky Bridge while we were in Vegas. Maybe that's what it is. It's a Sky Bridge. It's possible.
Yet highly improbable.
Why isn't his Glimmer Void dead? That's
'Cause
a
he
great question.
Has an ensnaring bridge?
But he did lose those two.
Oh.
I think that was a missed trigger.
Do they know?
Okay.
Collective Brutality? Discard a card and... discard an instant sorcery.
The bridge has arms. There's a Spire, not a Glimmer. Okay, the Spire came down first, the Glimmer was later. Gotcha. Birds of Paradise can fit through a Sky Bridge, though.
You're correct. It does not stop Birds of Paradise.
Alright. So we've got 2 bridges out, we've got that out, and actually that Collective Brutality did a lot to discard some of these cards.
But not here. Target
Though actually I don't think he pitched a card at all. I think he just looked at the hand.
No, because Collective Brutality takes an instant sorcery, and he had a cavern.
Well, yeah, but you can pitch another card just to drain some life.
Yeah.
If you want to be empty-handed, which means that you don't take any damage, and you actually gain 2 life for your
Maybe
trouble.
he likes the card in his hand.
If it's in Ancient Stirrings, I understand. If not, I don't fully. Whatever. It's all the same in the end. It ended up working out just fine. You've got 1 Codex Shredder, and you're probably just going to start going with a little bit of milling, and you're just trying to beat the fact that Eric can eventually
Can't
draw into
attack.
some artifact hate.
Can't attack.
So after all of that, that reckoning, that was all the hate happening immediately. And suddenly, especially with this Inventor's Fair, not activating the Codex Shredder is interesting.
He did activate it at Eric.
Oh, did he? Okay, he... Possibly just verbal. I didn't see him like, bam.
Was it Inventor's Fair? I don't remember.
He does have an Inventor's Fair. He grabbed it. He was at 10, now he's up to 11. Alright, now we've got a Lantern off of this Inventor's Fair. And the lock is starting to assemble after all of this.
This will probably end in a draw, unless Jackson can find a way to finish out the game.
Time is definitely a factor at this point. That is a good point. Likely does have a time extension. We are seeing a fetch, but it's likely going to be Jackson starting to race on these Codex Shredders and trying to draw lots of them.
Yeah.
So even if there's nothing threatening, you might almost start milling yourself to find more Codex Shredders, so that then, you know, if you can get through your library to get to having 3 of them, then you'll have made up for the lost time. What does Rest in Peace do against Lantern? It shuts down the Academy runes, which is pretty good. What's up, Zach? Fun fact, Blue Steel has been on camera twice. And now
Twice.
Lantern is on camera. It's been the Zach stream. Todd Stevens with the host. Thank you so much, Todd. It's a pleasure having you here. I'm glad that you made it home safely. It was a pleasure seeing you as always. And now, you are joining us for some sweet modern action. Welding Jar, not great, but is going to play it.
Mox Opal, still not great.
Shuts up the second part of Shredder 2. Also true. Mox Opal's not what you want, because you need more Shredders. Right now, the clock is the biggest issue. But welcome, everybody. My name's TJ.
I'm Eric.
This is the Geek Fortress stream. If you haven't joined yet, be sure to hit that follow button. Just as a quick little heads up, we do like to keep this stream family friendly, so please keep your language reasonable and all that whatnot. Ooh, look at all those sweet emotes from Todd.
I like it.
Those are great emotes. I like the new Thai one. The brick is always classy. Dano8199, thank you so much for that follow button.
Do you book people often?
What?
It's a Hawaii 5-0 reference.
Oh, okay.
Book him, Dano.
Gotcha.
It's a joke. Eric drawing lots of lands. Clearly the Eric curse has caught up with him.
Yeah, it's a name thing, I think. It really is. The flood is happening. The Stony Sands comes down.
Oh boy.
Nature's Claim. Okay, so we do have a response for it. Oh, what's up? Exitrez, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. You got a 5-0 with a Mono Red Eldrazi in Standard. Coleman would be pleased. We've brewed a couple of Mono Red Eldrazi decks. That is always fun. Killagerm, nicely done. Todd, nicely done with the 5-0. But we've jammed some Mono Red Eldrazi in the past. It is a lot of fun. And it looks like is that the turn count?
I was like, where did we get a 1-2 Goyf?
We're on turn 1-2. This is...
Abrupt Decay does not seem that great.
No. It's not good at all. What Jackson needs is more Codex Shredders, more Ghoul Color spells. That's just where it's at.
Thank you. See, some people get my Hawaii 5-0 joke.
I guess the Abrupt Decay looks decent against that Stony Zones, but he just decides not to care about it. Thought-Knot Seer taking down the 1-1, because why not? It's a target for it, and it's also one that might be able to attack if he wants to hold on to the Abrupt Decay at all. This game is almost certainly a draw. We shall see. But they are getting time extension for jumping over.
Reality Smasher, not so good right now.
Midnight would be hot tech. Yes, it would. That would be brilliant, Stoic. I like it. But Jackson is going to end up taking this game. That's just... I mean, in a draw, but he ceremoniously... Mono Red Eldrazi hype and a sub from Todd. Thank you so much with the sub, Todd. You are the cream of the crop. I think the Macho Man Randy Savage said it best. Cool Cyclone 2000. What a great name. Thanks for hitting that follow. It's a pleasure having you here. And we've got another Sky Spawner. But at this point, I think this game is mostly just going through the motions. You know,
He is decent if he gets to draw it.
neither of these players have been feeling it, and their heart's just not in it anymore, you know. So we've got a tap Codex Shredder and a Snaring Bridge on top.
What is the green card that Jackson played?
That is a Seal of Primordium.
Ah,
Yep, he can sacrifice it to destroy target artifact or enchantment. The trick is if you go to a modern GP, find a deck that crushes Lantern, like Burn, and then just start offering the split with your opponents. It's amazing how well you do with Burn when all of your opponents have previously split a game or split a match. Pretty good. Most of them are slow decks. Exitraz, Zach, thank you so much for hitting that follow. It's a pleasure having you here. I look forward to working with you and the Mox Boarding and Card Kingdom streams more in the future. You're a rock star. There's no way to get. There's no other way about it. A painless quill. That's how porcupines should be. If they were painless, I would like porcupines a lot more. As it is, they somewhat intimidate me.
that's fair. They're kind of spiky and such.
Exactly.
They
Nobuyuki.
just like to win too much.
2012, thanks so much for that follow, but hopefully I said your name right, and if I didn't, please replace what I said with whatever is correct. Assume I said it that way, and let's pretend that was where we were at. Activating the Infernal Tutor to go for a Codex Shredder, which is on top of the library. And offering the...
There you go.
I nailed it! Thank you. Alright, so that is going to be the draw, and we're getting ready for round...
Round
4. Are you set? Are you hype? Are you ready? Well,
Should I get Blissey again?
absolutely. Pull your pants up high. Get ready for, I don't know, the water, I guess. Total GDI. Thanks for hitting that follow button.
What are
I
you
had
talking
nothing.
about?
Nothing. Let's head on up and pretend like I never said that. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining. My name is TJ. here with the Geek Fortress stream. You can see our name up there, and of course above us. You can also see a little bit of a heart button. It looks like a follow. You might want to hit that and join us more in the future. We stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Modern on those Wednesdays and Saturdays. Plus, we've got Legacy on Fridays, and I am joined tonight by Eric himself, a rock star who is with me in Vegas, having an absolute blast and had a great time there. We just got back this morning. I went to sleep at 3 a.m., did myself a day of work, and I found myself here. So you might notice that a little bit of what I say comes across a little bit nonsensically. But that is okay, because I will get some good sleep tonight and keep on moving forward. Mad Gamer 925, thank you so much for joining. It is a pleasure to see you. Stoic MTG, thanks for the follow. And of course, be sure to join us on Sunday, which is in addition to the normal 3. On Sunday, we have got a true modern 1K here at Geek Fortress. It is going to be beginning at noon. I will be here doing a little bit of talking about it. I'm excited about it. Are you?
Totally.
You've got work, but hey,
Working during it.
you'll be
so-
watching the stream in your heart. In
Yes.
addition to that, of course, if you do want to help support this stream, do what it does, because while we do operate out of Geek Fortress, we are separate from it in its operation. If you do want to help out, you can hit that sub button and help us do what we do. What did we brew in Vegas?
It's called Vegas Thunder.
It's called Vegas Thunder, but it's got the,
No,
in
no.
parentheses,
Ah,
main phase company.
there you go.
Have
You'll
you
find
ever-
out next Wednesday.
Oh, we're keeping a secret?
Yeah, I'm going to build it, and then I assume I'll play it in the finals or whatever on Wednesday, because we broke Modern. It's fine.
Yep. Broke is the word for it. So what do you got for me?
I have the finals. It is Peter versus Martin.
What a great finals. Who's facing what?
Martin is going to be facing the wall.
Peter does tend to favor the right side of the screen.
Martin's on Affinity.
This is actually an excellent matchup, too. I'm excited about this. Crazy Kappa Cakes, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Everybody in chat, can we get some Kappas for Crazy Kappa Cakes? Let's see how much ability that we have to move a crowd.
Oh, we still got time. We still got a whole round. Stream is not ending.
No, it ain't yet.
Myth Rider.
Ride the myth right to the end. And we'll be with you the whole way. Ooh, look at all these Kappas. I love it. I love it. Thank you, everybody. I gotta say, this stream is basically like most of what I think about on a given day. And it's mostly because you're all such an incredible community. So thank you so very much for being that community that you are. Because I've seen a lot of Twitch chats. They are not all you.
It's true.
They're not even
There
close.
are many Twitch chats that you just don't even look at.
Sue. Yeah. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for being who you are. Let's go down to the finals and truly never let yourselves forget how much we appreciate you. Myth Rider 456. I like the way you count. It's up. Much like our numbers. Thanks for hitting
We're
that
going to go down to
follow.
the match.
Yes. See you there. All right. Many Twitch chats, but this one is mine. Did Magic crash? Does that mean that we're the only stream that's currently doing Magic? Oh, Salatin, thank you so much for subbing. I'll tell you what, if you want to help support more streams that don't crash most of the time,
I was like, don't say that.
feel free to subscribe.
I remember one where you were under the table and I was miming what was happening because we had no sound.
But thank you so much, everybody, for helping us do what we do. It's truly amazing to have you all here. You can always, following helps out a ton. Watching right now helps out a ton. America,
America.
thank you.
Or is it America? Is it like Canadian A or is it eh? I don't quite under. You tell us.
Either way, feel free to join us more in the future. We do this stream 3 times a week, and it's genuinely a pleasure. We have high aspirations for what we can do with this stream, and we have high aspirations for just the future of doing this. Okay.
He was trying to fix the audio under the table while I was up here miming at the.
Is this for
screen.
first? Yes,
This
both,
is the finals.
they are undefeated. We've had the mid-20s players, but we do hold our Wednesday night moderns to 4 rounds so that everybody can actually get to
Because
sleep.
people have work in the morning and stuff. Bunch of scrubs.
It's kind of mad. Have a good night, Icy Sound. All right, so Martin keeps it. Looks, is that a 6? Looks like it. But we've got a Verdant Catacombs MTGO Tavern. Thank you for hitting that follow button. Peter kicking things off with a Swamp.
Basic Swamp.
I like it. Probably just
So, they do know what each other's playing. Because
Yep.
they play each other a lot.
Wolf with Sheep's Gloves. Thank you so much for hitting that follow. Keeping his life total low. Taking a look, we've got a Mox Opal, a Steel Overseer, Galvanic Blast, a second Steel Overseer, Arcbound Ravager, Memnite. Quite a hand. I think you take the Mox Opal out of this one.
Probably.
Actually, the Mox Opal isn't even active the first turn. You might be a little bit safe in
just take-
taking the Memnite. The Memnite eliminates a threat decently well. It can also limit a lot
It would
of its
depend what's
board.
in your hand, too, if you have creature removal or not.
Absolutely. Something like a Fatal Push could also help boost this forward a lot.
Yeah.
How good is Classic Jund in Modern now? It's really good against Death Shadow. It's really bad against Eldrazi-tron. So, it's not the hyped
Which
deck
way
right
is
now.
your meta leaning?
Jund is good, not incredible.
Hmm.
But you can say that about most Modern decks. That's just how Modern
I
operates.
feel like Jund will never be bad.
No, the format's wide enough that even when your deck is poorly positioned, you can go to a GP, and if 20% of the field is your bad matchups, you're gonna hit a bad matchup. In that case, worst case scenario, like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So you can still, even if you have the most popular deck can be your worst matchup. You beat everything else, and you can still go X3. Not saying that you should do that, but like that, or you might completely miss it. Like.
Oh yeah, the Jund deck is full foil also.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's 100% foiled. Dark Confidant. Now, if we know Peter, he will never.
Lands incoming.
He will never hit a non-land off of this.
Steel Overseer.
It's off to a pretty good start. If.
Ooh, Bob off Bob.
That's actually the third one too. That is pretty rough.
Is that the first time Peter has ever hit not land on
It's not the first time, but it will be the last time.
It's fair. So what's he get? He has a Tarmogoyf in hand. Played the Raging Ravine. He could just drop Goyf and go.
Vacuum System, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure having you here.
Please swing the Bob in because he knows you have another one.
Did you miss a ton of shenanigans?
Fatal Push, Steel Overseer.
Oh, whoops.
Good.
I missed the number 1. That's on me. That's my bad. Alright, so Steel
one's
Overseer. That is 2 Inkmoth Nexi, a Blinkmoth matched with a Steel Overseer and a Midnight.
I didn't recognize the Masterpiece Steel Overseer there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
3 lands available. Raging Ravine, only a singular black mana, so Liliana, not a huge possibility right now, but it doesn't look like we have one in hand. Just going for an Inquisition. Wow, this hand is stacked for...
Probably take the Blast.
Probably breaking up some of the synergy is your best bet if you've got removal
Yeah.
right now, but I think we're just playing out a Goyf.
Goyf and
This is... Quasar Starcraft, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. Arcbound Ravager coming down. You've got a 5/6 to contend with, but a lot of Inkmoth Nexus. 3 Inkmoth Nexus with a Steel Overseer on the board really needs to hit removal off of the Dark Confidant. That's a good
he hit
start.
removal off of the Dark Confidant.
If you're able to find, say, a Fatal Push, this is about to get a lot better for Peter. Not great, but better. And even actually then, he doesn't even have the double black.
He hit... What is that?
My goodness.
So he has a Terminate. What else has he got? He has a Bob.
His Goyfs, they are Modern Masters 1.
He likes the art better. We've asked him.
The-
he likes
he
that
likes-
art better. He likes this art better.
I guarantee you, every single one of these foils is the exact foil that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
He has taken every foil version of Goyf and held it up side by side to decide which one is his favorite. He is definitely not making any budgetary choices once you're moving up into foil Jund. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 mana available. Still missing land drops too. This is actually a pretty rough go for Peter.
3 is not that bad right now.
When
for
you've
him.
gotten to draw 2 extra cards too, Missing land drops on this one. I think he would rather have access to more plays.
Maelstrom Pulse.
A singular one, even hitting the Steel Overseer might be enough, but you gotta be worried about the fact that there's an Inkmoth Nexus.
Yeah.
You can activate that, put a counter onto the Arcbound Ravager, sack that. He's got 3 counters, activate the 2 Inkmoth Nexus. That's 4, plus the 3, 4, 5, 6 on top of the 4 means that that's actually lethal if Martin just activates. Like, Maelstrom Pulse on this, Peter just died. Potentially. It looks like he might be putting this on the Blinkmoth Nexus, but he's actually got
both.
lethal.
He activated Inkmoth and Blinkmoth.
Oh, he had lethal if he had actually put this onto the Inkmoth Nexus. Might still, depending on draw. Maybe it's because he has the double Galvanic or the Galvanic Blast, but you don't have the colored mana to actually cast that.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Or part of it does. I mean, actually, I guess it doesn't matter a ton because there's only the one blocker, and the Blinkmoth Nexus is able to get the rest in. So he's down to 5, and he's got a flying Blinkmoth Nexus. So it's all the same in the end. Lethal either way. With him at 9, you also actually were pretty close. Yep. Yeah, he did have lethal either way, because there was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep.
Sack
Never mind.
out. There you go.
Lethal every which way. It just depends on how you want to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
He decided to go with the bashing method. It's a classic.
It's always a decent way.
But that's the nice part about Affinity, too. Affinity's the kind of deck to where the decision tree, once you have an Arcbound Ravager, you've got 36 different lines as far as the sequence in which you can sacrifice things if you want to get into like bear technicalities. But on the bright side, of those 36, 28 of them will get you the win.
It's true.
So, and they all look a little bit different at the end state, but at a certain point, once you start getting to the math, he had a couple different ways to get that one done. He went for the Blinkmoth line,
Mm-hmm.
but it was all the same.
Yeah.
So, sideboarding happening, it is going to be a little bit curious. Do you next level, right? Because oftentimes Affinity will be running Blood Moon on the board. Now,
Mhm.
Peter, fully aware of this,
Yeah.
usually starts going for basics,
Mm-hmm.
which makes the Blood Moon less effective. So if you're Martin and you have the Blood Moon, do you just not bring it in and hope that Peter, and just force Peter to go for basics anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, all right, well, I functionally have a Blood Moon because you're pretending like I have one.
Yeah.
Or do you bring it in for the gotcha? Because sometimes when I think I might bring it in for game 3,
Mm-hmm.
because in game 2 on the draw it's a little bit harder to do, but sometimes you'll just drop it down turn 1 after Peter kicks things off with a Stomping Ground,
Yeah.
or after a Raging
Raging
Ravine, and sometimes you just crush the match that way. So maybe in game 3 I would consider a Blood Moon.
I mean, there are many times we're playing Blue Moon, like I would side out Blood Moons for game 2,
Mm-hmm.
just because if they're playing around Blood Moon, you already have Blood Moon on the field.
Basically.
So, and then when they don't see it, you bring it back in, and they've relaxed their fetching slightly, and then you got them game 3. So
Yeah.
that is a viable tactic for it. I've done that before, and you get people because they're like, well, I didn't see Blood Moon last game, maybe I can keep this 1 fetch and 2 and a man land, and you're just like, Blood Moon,
Yep.
nice Raging Ravine.
Peter probably bringing in a couple of board ups. That Damnation might be coming in. He might deem it as being too slow. Otherwise, probably taking out some number of Thoughtseize. Hand Disruption, not fantastic against Affinity because they empty their hands so quickly.
Yeah, I'd probably take out the Thoughtseize for any more removal you have.
Yep. Extra removal. If you have a Shatterstorm, probably has at least maybe 2 Ancient Grudges in the sideboard.
Oh, yeah.
Those will be good. Actually, potentially bringing in Fulminator Mages because of their ability to interact with the
To
Blinkmoths and
hit the
Inkmoths.
Nexusi. Nexusi?
Which is pretty nice as far... It's just another piece of removal against a pretty resilient piece of
Yeah.
what this deck does.
Because Abrupt Decay doesn't do what you want it to against land creatures.
Exactly, and it's just another tool in that arsenal.
Yeah.
Might not bring it in. It's kind of a matter of preference on the play. I might be a little bit more tempted because turn 3 isn't as far away,
Mm-hmm.
so to speak. Otherwise, the Damnation looking pretty solid. Not sure if there's any like big creature swap outs. I don't think he's doing anything like that, to
No.
where he runs one in the main and another in the sideboard. I think he just has his.
Does he have an
4-mana creatures.
Olivia? They're not bad.
Not
because they
last.
ping.
Olivia?
Yeah.
Oh, Olivia's great.
Yeah.
I just don't think he has it.
Okay.
At least he hasn't historically, but Peter's definitely known for having a box of, he's got the Jund box,
Mm-hmm.
and he is absolutely one of those Jund players who does what I think is correct, which is that you have kind of more than your 75, and you kind of tune your list to what you need it to be for your expected meta, and you do this really actively. So I certainly wouldn't put it past him if he is expecting a lot of affinity today,
Yeah.
or smaller creature decks.
And I know that when I play here versus when I play it like a GP, my sideboard is very different.
Yep. That's actually super funny.
Planar Chaos frames. Pretty good.
Panda, that's a win.
Peter mulliganing. Not the best he wants. Not really what he wants to do. He wants to have his hand, sit there.
Dungeon Master Varus, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. I look forward to seeing what your secret mission was. I'm excited about the new season coming out, but until then, thanks for being here, spending some time, and letting us be some of your little birds. Hopefully, we have good news.
Huh?
Game of Thrones references.
Ah, gotcha.
Yep.
Didn't make that connection.
Really? Do you not watch it?
I haven't watched it for a couple of years because I don't have HBO anymore.
Gotcha. That's reasonable. He takes fast. We'll let him know.
The stream liked your texting.
What's up, Savage? It's good to see you.
Hmm?
Tapped Bloodstain Mire. Or, sorry, Blood Crypt. Tapped Blood Crypt.
Tapped Bloodstain Mire.
Right? It's pretty good. We're going to kick things off. What expedition is that? Or what masterpiece is that?
Opal?
No, that's
No?
not Mox Opal. Springleaf Drum coming down. Band Charm, thank you so much for the follow. Another Mox Opal.
Is it
It's enough artifacts that we're liking
a
it.
Memnite?
No, that's the Ornithopter.
Okay, I was
Good
like,
call.
Memnite wasn't a masterpiece.
Yep.
Chat knows. Chat knows
Yep.
all.
That is the Ornithopter. Am I playing Sunday? No, I'm commentating Sunday.
He's talking.
I'm doing the tickety talking. Am I playing in a big event that I could be doing commentary for instead? Ha ha ha.
I mean, you didn't play in a big event that you could have played in.
That's true. Man, $90 GPs are dumb.
But yeah, that was a lot for a GP.
I do not want to. I will support that GP all day. The side venues were like the greatest thing I've ever seen in a GP. Overall, incredible choices all around. $90 GP, dumb. Strong disagree.
I thought 70 was a lot before. Like,
$70
50 was a
GP, disagree. So, Dark Confidant coming down for Peter. I could commentate while I'm playing, just get a headset.
there it is.
Caught him with the Blood Moon. He did bring it in, and on the draw, got it down
Basic
turn
land.
2.
Oh, mountain.
And he may have just locked Peter out of just a good little bit.
Peter had the fetches too. He didn't fetch around Blood Moon.
Woo!
Pyroclasm?
My goodness. I love it, Savage. I look forward to seeing you here. Smacking in, knocking him down to 18. I like the aggressive Dark Confidant. It's not, I mean, you haven't got a whole lot else. The big thing to note is that Peter doesn't, Martin doesn't have a huge, never mind. I was going to say he doesn't have a huge payload, but
That'll do.
that's better than what he had before. It's
1,
a
2,
hit for
3, 4,
7.
5, 6.
It's no longer a hit
Yep.
for 7. That's going to be a hit for 2. Sacrifice the cranial plating to it, and some. Okay, so Peter's looking a little bit better. Needs to find a
He
basic.
would like a basic swamp.
And
No, he missed his trigger.
Yep.
Bummer.
Yep.
It was a land too.
Yep. But couldn't really prove what it was. So that happens. That happens. Okay. This is some mighty expensive mountains. Blood Moon's looking pretty good right now. I think
It
Martin's
is.
going to take this in 2. I thought the next level might be enough, but oh man,
He didn't respect it.
that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So we've got a Vault Scourge out on the battlefield. Martin takes 2 for his trouble.
Peters has to pass it back. This is looking rough here.
Oh yeah, there's a Steel Overseer on the battlefield. It's done. It's just like frankly,
Oof.
it's over. There is almost nothing. If Peter is running a Shatterstorm in here, that's his out, and it is not a good one.
I mean, it wins. Well, he doesn't lose.
He doesn't lose. That is a much more. I mean, maybe when you're at that life total, but I think he might just be dead this turn. Arcbound Ravager plus Steel Overseer math gets a little bit tricky. But we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, that's Xaxes in the air with a Vault Scourge. It's pretty good. Because and remember, you can also activate the Blink Moth Nexus.
Mm-hmm.
Not going for it though. I mean, which is actually pretty smart. Because he had the backup Galvanic Blast, and you don't know if Peter's going to be, smacking down with a couple of lightning bolts suddenly.
Yeah.
So playing conservatively, pretty smart actually. Going for the Ornithopter, which was non-critical, as opposed to the Vault Scourge, which had a little bit higher value. Rest in peace in the sideboard. Never a fan of it in Affinity, but it is pretty good against Tarmogoyfs.
It is.
But
Makes
I've
them very sad looking.
never been a fan of Rest in Peace in the sideboard of Affinity. When Ravager is one of your best cards against a removal heavy deck, I just don't want to bring in a card that shuts it down. But on the flip side, you can also just beat a good portion of their deck with it. So
It's true.
there's definitely a little bit of a trade-off there.
Okay. I'm
And-
gonna go find a match.
All right, let's head on up.
'Cause I bet I can.
I bet you can too. We'll see you up there. And yes, you're right. Can't activate the Nexus under Blood Moon. I got a little bit ahead of myself there. That's on me. But hello, everybody. My name's TJ. Eric joining me here tonight. We are in round 4, the final round, having some good old fun. And it is going to be probably more modern coming up. Eric's going to take a look, see what he can see, and we are going to be jamming. It's going to be a great time. Let's see here. Driven to Despair. I don't really remember what the backside of Driven. Oh, wait, is that the one that means that whenever your creatures deal damage, the opponent discards a card? Probably nay. I don't really feel like... The benefit of Dredge is that it doesn't matter what they do, because all of their cards are dead against Dredge since it's so hard to hate the strategy. Like, that's the benefit. So having them discard cards when all their cards are dead anyway strikes me as medium. Maybe. I'm not a Dredge expert, but I'm not thrilled with it. I don't know. Couldn't say. Could not say. Either way, I'm excited about it, and I am excited about just doing this stream. We've got it back. We're back from Vegas. I got back this morning. Eric got back this morning because we were on the same flight, which was all kinds of fun. And it is just going to be a good time moving forward. We're back after a week vacation, and I am back in the swing of doing this 3 times a week. Every Wednesday, every Friday, every Saturday. We've got Modern, Legacy, and Modern respectively. Plus this Sunday we've got a Modern 1K, which is going to be amazing. And Eric is back in, and I bet he's got good news for me.
The news is that Coleman is keeping his eyes peeled because people are still in games.
Okay.
But we will have another match here shortly. There are multiple people still in like game 1s, so we will get a match.
So we will have a match.
Yes.
We just don't know quite
They
what
have to
it is.
finish what they're doing to move over. You know. How are you?
I'm doing quite well.
Are you any tired at all? That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm
with my tiredness.
Certainly pretending that I'm not.
There you go. Our flight did get in at like 1 a.m. last night. That was
Yep.
exciting.
Was late.
What time did you actually get home?
3.
Nice.
3. Well, sorry, like 2:30ish kind of thing. But by the time that I slept, it was 3. It was late. It was late. It was, and then I woke up at 7.
I didn't get to sleep at like 4, and I didn't work today because I planned ahead,
I didn't not.
and I slept until 3 p.m. Just like, and there's my day.
And then you just showed up here when you got ready?
Yep.
All right. It's a
That was-
good day.
That's my day right there.
Hope you don't work tomorrow morning.
Oh no, I don't work till Friday.
Wonderful. Then you've got lots
I
of
took
time
time
to
off.
equalize out.
Mm-hmm.
I've just got, I guess I'll probably be streaming from home tomorrow. Because that's what I do.
Did you tell them where they can find you on that?
At twitch.tv/RedBaronMTG. Also, I should note this. I know I keep plugging this one, but while there's almost 400 of you, I'm going to be in the next Loading Ready Run pre-release. And please tune in and cheer for me, because I am the least known person of the four. There is Matt Tabak and Marshall Sutcliffe, who are extremely well known. And there is Ashlyn, who is a pretty well known cosplayer and does some streaming. And I think I fall in fourth place as far as the notoriety. So
Yeah, he's doing limited against Marshall. He's gonna.
I'm doing limited
do
against
well.
Marshall. So if y'all want to cheer for me, I'd appreciate it. What time am I streaming? I will likely be streaming around 6 from home, maybe 6:30. Generally, I stream about every day. I don't have quite a set schedule for home since I already have this one set every single day. Well, every 3 times a week. But I'm really excited to go do that. I am super, super excited. Thank you, Savage, and thanks, Feedback is my friend, and thanks, Bridge Bum, and thanks, everybody else.
Tallest player will win. Tabak or Marshall?
Tabak.
Ah, Tabak wins.
Tabak's.
He's gonna get you on a rules thing. That's what it'll
Marshall
be.
is 6'7", and Tabak's like 7'1" or something. Like, Tabak's tall. He's
So if Tabak just starts editing cards, so like this is legal now.
That's kind of what I'm worried. Like, if I go against Marshall, I'm just doomed.
Mm-hmm.
If I go against Tabak, he's gonna edit my cards.
You're like, that can't do that. That's illegal.
No. So that's gonna be rough. So I guess my hope is to go against the person who, you know, doesn't break the boundaries of reality.
Mm.
Then again, they're a cosplayer, so they'll just dress up as someone who beats a red mage.
So any other mage? I'll go find a match. You stew in that one for a bit.
Ooh! That was... He got me. Alright. Have I seen the new Blue Black God? Yes, I have. It's pretty sweet. I like it. They're doing some cool spoilers. Hoping to get some of those in my sealed pool. But I am just excited. I'm excited about it. It's going to be great. Captain Inglo, I agree with you. But I don't know. When Masterpieces stops being a really exciting piece of it, I'm totally down for cutting it back a little bit. It's going to be hard to keep that
I got a
up.
match.
Look at you.
I know.
All right.
I'm in the process of mulliganing to 6.
Okay. Adam's facing the wall.
Uh-huh.
And Mason's on the other side.
What a last match. What's Adam on?
Colorless Eldrazi, he said.
So he's on Eldrazi-tron.
Sure. Better name.
Against...
Naya thing.
Naya...
Except it's not Naya. Should we call it after the Nephilim? The anti-blue Nephilim?
I'm going to call it Big Time Naya. Big Time Naya. This is like a Glittering Wish Naya that's got a little bit of a black splash for like Olivia Voldaren. But it is going to be... You watched a video of the professor opening a pack of Legends. You saw me in the background. I'm famous now.
Was that while you were doing side events?
No, this
Because
was
there
when
was a
I walked
camera
up and
set
saw Chris.
Ah,
Yeah. I bet it's when I saw Chris and I walked up and I said hi to Chris and then watched them open for some hymns and high tides. Let's see what, so is this a game 3?
this is game 3.
Alright, let's head on down. Big Time Naya versus Eldrazi-tron. Well, let's see. One interesting thing about Mason's deck, though, is you never know what he's going to play.
It's true.
There's Ishkana
Well,
in this deck.
Is there a
the hero.
bonfire?
There frankly might be.
I mean, I always assume he has a bonfire.
I missed him open a pack and get a tabernacle? Of course he did.
Nice.
You know, there's a weird amount of theory that I'm CGI or a robot, and I don't quite get it. But it seems like a recurring joke, and I've never fully understood it. Stop it. That hurts my brain. So a basic mountain joining the battlefield, hanging out, having fun, feeling fly. Oh no, that was just the find off of the traverse.
I was like, what?
That's just the traverse and alright, Urz is mine with an
It's on
expedition map. Adam on the play is looking really good, actually. Is this the Nick Fit of Modern? Basically, actually.
Yeah.
That is really accurate. Voice of Resurgence joining the battlefield. Not a phenomenal card against Eldrazi Tron. It's not like
It's
they're
a resilient blocker.
It is a blocker. It's a one-time blockaroo.
2-time blocker.
And Adam is just popping this. I think we're going to find ourselves a tower and maybe drop in like a Matter Reshaper. That's a pretty good play.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like
Seems decent.
Matter Reshaper is another resilient blocker, except that's a 3-2 to that 2-2. And one of them could get anything, the other one gets a 1-1 guaranteed. Do you like consistency, or do you like playing it fast and loose?
This is not Naya Death Shadow. This is a Naya Glittering Witch deck with black for fun.
Nope, no Death Shadows in it. This is, another way to think about it is 4-color, what was once really cool in Standard.
There you go.
Voices specifically dies, actually. Voice has to die. Nailed it. Matter Shaper's a good card.
No, he's not Dark Naya. That's a silly name.
We're just gonna Helix it, get the trigger.
Get a land.
Woo! That ain't bad.
No.
That's not
There you go.
smashing in for 2, which doesn't really feel like a smash, but you know what? Mason's trying to smash evil. And let's hope that he succeeds. Oh, quick question, Chris. Can I have that saying for this stream? Because smash evil is really fun to say. He is not running Tribal Flames. However, he's running Ground Assault.
You should run Tribal Flames.
Oh, no. King
Huh.
3, everybody. Welcome to the jungle. Cutting him down to a red mana and a
Yeah.
black mana in a base green-white deck.
Here, turn 4 Ulamog's pretty good.
Jeez.
Dismember? You get a 1-1.
Neat 1-1. But hey, he got Adam down to 14. That's not bad, right? Wow.
I mean, I don't think... Okay. Does he actually have the... The voice token was hard to come by because no one opened Dragon's Maze.
Master, the voice token is in the new Masters
Oh, that's
set.
silly.
Yep. Hey, can I have Smash Evil for this? Can I have that?
He wants to say it on stream.
I want to say it on the stream like as much as possible. Is that open as a bargain? Is that available, or would you prefer not? Probably should have asked you not on stream, but hey,
You don't have to answer on stream either.
better forgiveness than permission, right?
Mason's got his blocker there.
But Adam's got a land.
He has an Ulamog in play.
Once you have a new Ulamog in land, everything else feels good. Oh my goodness. Tron having it all, what else is new? Basically. Thought-Knot Seer comes down. Ground Assault is the reveal, along with an Ishkana, a Bolt, and is that a...
Scooze?
That's a Scavenging Ooze, I believe. No? Alright, fair enough, Doro. Fair enough. You got me.
Alright.
I like taking the Bolt.
I probably would have cast the bolt in response to anything else you're doing.
It's a classy play to take that Lightning Bolt. Trying to tempt him for it. And we're going to reveal all 20 in a game that is basically done. But you know what? When you're in your last match of the night, you might as well milk it, right? Okay.
Running
So-
Murderous cut too, which is pretty sweet.
Well, yep. He's also he is running a Delirium card with only 5 types in the entire library. BCFL, TPYFB, thanks for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. Welcome to being a rock star. Thanks, Chris. So Mason's gonna have a last ditch effort to try and smash evil.
To draw a path to exile.
Lost his token. There's a walking ballista on the battlefield with plenty of mana available.
Draws a land.
Now that top deck bonfire is going to be able to deal 2 damage. Hooray! Scavenger's coming down. Looks like a fine blocker. Looks like Adam might be accidentally running a mill strategy. I think he's counting his cards, and I forgot to start at the beginning. But it looks like less than 22.
You have to shuffle Mason. He's just pick it up, count it, and put it back.
Tap.
He's done. This game is over.
Chad knew
folks.
that you such hitting that button. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Can Mason pull out...
Did he put a bonfire on top?
Did he secretly smuggle a deflecting palm into his hand?
For no mana?
And he is going to exile all but the last 2 cards. What will it be?
No blocks? He just said no blocks.
No blocks from Mason. Looks like he does not want to go out in the land of Mill. And we are going to take... He killed his own Thought-Knot Seer to make him draw the last card.
I like it.
Yes! Killed his own Thought-Knot Seer
To make him draw
to
the
make him
last
draw the card and not deal lethal. Mason said, "You won't mill me," and forced him to draw the last 2 cards that his draw step would kill him.
Sweet.
Adam going for the creative and classy route. Mason suffering twice.
I'm gonna try and find another match.
Thank
Still
you.
got time.
Let's head on up. Hello everybody and thanks for joining. You just watched the Mill Kill from Ulamog, brought to you by, I don't know, Pepperidge Farm, because who remembers when Standard would put in turn 4 Emeralds? Well, Adam just tried to do it in Modern and certainly it worked for him. But look at that, we're raising our hand with a hello from Ewan McCartney. It's a pleasure having you here and welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. Hi there Mason, how you doing?
Good.
Welcome, welcome. Your shirt's a little bit invisible, but otherwise you're hanging out having fun. How'd that, I called your deck Big Time Naya.
That was a real loss, folks. I hope you guys saw that.
You tried not to die to Mill. You died to Mill. Sometimes
It didn't matter.
it's the way that it goes.
Yeah.
You got Mill killed. Righteously, if I may add.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, this is Mason Pattycake Tout, by the way. The man with the deflecting palms. And
Yeah, Traverse was the last card I drew. I love that because I had nothing in my library.
did you cast it?
No, I drew it. It's a sorcerer. I can't cast it during draw step.
That's true. I suppose you aren't allowed to break the rules even if you are dead. That makes sense. I did hear that you got your driver's license. Congratulations on that. And you're going to try and come to Modern next week. Very nice. I look forward to seeing
That's
you.
what I want to hear.
That's some.
What deck do you play?
Ewan McCartney?
Yeah.
I believe that it's a Moulin Rouge based deck. Yeah, they call it Your Song. Got a lot of visitors today.
Oh, I'm just stopping in to see, so people can see my face. What just happened? Because I believe that it happened, but I'm like,
Have you got Bonfire in the 75 still?
oh no, I haven't played that card in months.
That's why you lost.
Oh, of course.
You're gonna be there? Thanks for being here. To be sure to come by for our Modern 1K2. I'm so excited. Plays Blue-White Control. And Curses in our chat. Ewan. You are running Blood Baron. You're also running another spicy card. This is a Mystic Enforcer, and it's in his 75. On purpose. Protection from black. Threshold to get +3/+3. And flying.
I'm playing an EDH card in my 75. This is a EDH commander that's won me games.
My goodness gracious. Mystic
But yeah.
Enforcer is sweet.
It's really good against Junked.
You bleeped yourself? Fair enough. Apparently people want you to play Bonfire. It also gives me the opportunity to play that song again.
Okay, we'll cut a card.
Hooray! Cut a ground assault. That card's awful.
Oh, I know. I guess I'll just cut ground assault.
I like that.
I don't want to play bonfire. Is that
Oh, then don't play Bonfire.
okay? I'll just play fatal push again, I guess. I actually want to play 2 maelstrom pulses in that slot.
Oh, there's the big question, though. Are you quad sleeving your deck?
No,
Baby
I-
steps.
I don't even perfect sleeve. I've never perfect sleeve.
Neither do I, actually. I don't even double sleeve. Well, that's the rule, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, you get back to it.
Have a wonderful time.
Yeah, you too.
I guess it's the last round. Have a wonderful evening.
I'm gonna go to the end.
Have fun.
I will. See
Cool.
you later.
Play pool.
I will.
Welcome back, Eric.
Am I allowed to come in?
Yes.
Hi everyone, I'm back.
Hello. What you got for me?
There's 2 game 3s going on, and
None
people who
for us?
declined coming on stream.
All right. Is there a list for that deck anywhere? No, there is not. It's going to be different next week, probably, too.
So it
So,
would be different tomorrow.
we are coming up on the end of our stream, unfortunately. It's such a tragedy. Hopefully, Moto is back up and running. Otherwise, we'll try and find something to host you all on over to. But thank you so much for supporting us. It's a pleasure having you here. Even when Moto is down, your support still means the world to us. We're going to get back to stream consistently. We missed a week. I do apologize for that.
We had to be at GP Vegas.
I mean, yeah, but it's always unfortunate, right? Awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I'm excited. But we are going to find someone... Ooh! Elion is on. We're going to host on over to Elion. Elion's
Sweet.
great, everybody. Please give Elion a follow if you haven't yet. That guy is great. He gave a really cool Streaming 101 presentation. If you could do me one favor, however, when we host you on over there, tell him to send me the PowerPoint. That's all you got to do. He'll know. Just say, send TJ that PowerPoint. If you could do me that favor, I would appreciate it for it. Refute, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. But thank you, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all on Friday for Legacy. I'm going to try and I might end up doing a little bit of sealed on my stream just to try and prepare for actually building a sealed deck for the pre-release, which...
You're probably going to be wanting to do more than one sealed event before you go.
Nah. Then I'll get bad habits.
You're just going to be like, these red cards seem so good. These cards over here, not so much.
Exactly. Is Dylan there? Which Dylan? But yes.
There's 2 Dylans here.
Yeah, they're both here. So, we are going to call it a night. Thank you so much. Do you have any final thoughts on the night?
I do not. I had fun in Vegas and it was fun streaming.
Vegas. So good. I can't wait for doing Vegas next year. I think we'll do it again next year, I think.
Are they doing the same thing next year?
I
3?
believe they said that they're going to make it a tradition. Yes, he is here. You can call the store and talk to him if you would like. All right, everybody. I guess from all of us here at Geek Fortress, you're my Tony. Hey, this is Magic Up. Magic Up. I like it. From all of us here at Geek Fortress, located in Snohomish, Washington, and at GeekFortressGames.com, where you can check out the new refurbished website and find the WordPress document where you can help design the Geek Fortress playmat. My name's TJ,
I'm Eric.
and whether it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, just remember to smash evil and have a good night. We'll see you there. Stay amazing.